The starters are loosening up. The grounds crew is putting the finishing touches on the field. And the anthem singer is warming up. It's time for the on-deck circle. Now, with a preview of today's game, here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Bees Baseball. This is the on-deck circle prior to the start of today's game between the Bees and the Sacramento River Cats. What a thriller last night here at Franklin Covey Field. The Bees trailing by 7 in the 7th, scored 3 runs in the 7th, 4 in the 8th to tie, and scored a run in the bottom of the ninth to beat the River Cats 14-13. The Bees have now taken the first 2 games of this series, trying for their second series sweep of the year. Their first was in June when they won all 5 games here against the Las Vegas 51s. The Bees at 53-36 have reached their high water mark of 17 games above 500. 3 games still ahead of second place Tacoma. The Rainiers beating Portland last night by a score of 6-1. Everybody else seems just about out of it. Portland 12 back, and Colorado Springs trails by 15.5. In the Pacific South, Tucson continues to roll. They won their 4th in a row, beating Las Vegas last night 8-4. So the 51s are in second place, 11 games back. Sacramento trails by 12, and Fresno, the largest deficit of any team in the league, they are 20.5 games behind the Tucson Sidewinders. Our pitching matchup for today's game for the Bees, it'll be right-hander Dustin Mosley with a record of 8-4, and for Sacramento, it'll be southpaw Randy Kiesler. His record is 4-3. Again, about 2.5 years ago or so, I found out that I was type 2 diabetic. That's what I get for all the restaurant meals on the road during the course of the baseball seasons and not taking care of myself. So now I have to check my blood sugar a couple of times a day. And to do that now, I have a brand new tester. That's the Essentia Contour Meter from Bayer. It is an outstanding new product that is going to be, as a matter of fact, it's the fastest growing meter as far as among diabetics is concerned that there is in the country right now for a couple of reasons. One, just a micro sampling of blood. A very small amount of blood is needed to read your level. And forgetting to code is the number one reason for misread levels on other blood sugar testers. But here on the Contour, it is self-coding. You don't have to do any of that in advance to make sure that your blood sugar readings are correct. Matter of fact, forgetting to code is the reason that is the 41% of experienced testers sometimes forget to code their meters, and they can have their levels read up to 43% off what it should be. So my suggestion is, like me, try the Essentia Contour Meter from Bayer. And the place to find it, your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy. We'll be back to take a closer look at what happened here last night between the Bees and the River Cats right after this on ESPN 1230.
We're driving along with Safelite Auto Glass technician Dave.
Hi there.
Dave, I'm reading in this glossy brochure here, a nice photo of you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
About Safelite's unbreakable service guarantee.
Yep, we're so confident with our service that if there's ever a problem, we'll go wherever you are and make it right.
Anywhere?
Safelite's guarantee goes with you, everywhere.
How about a home in Vegas?
You bet.
An office in Toledo?
Yep.
Hollywood?
Uh-huh.
Hollywood, Florida?
Yes, sir.
Anchorage?
We guarantee it across America. No other auto glass company could say that.
How about Mars? Will Safelite go to Mars, Dave?
Actually, we'll be glad to. Are you talking Mars, Pennsylvania, or Mars, Iowa, or Mars Hill, North Carolina?
You sure know your stuff, Dave.
To fix your auto glass, call Safelite at 1-800-800-ASAP. 1-800-800-ASAP. Or go to Safelite.com. That's SAFELITE.com to get a free instant quote and to schedule online. We're obsessed Safelite with auto glass. Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks, about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Bees and the River Cats met last night, and what a wild affair we had last evening. It got started with just 2 pitches into the game. Milton Bradley homered to make it a 2-0 River Cats lead, and then in the second inning, Curtis Pride tied it up. Runner at first base, Willits. Again, 3-1. Not only a good hitter's count, but a good running count. Reggie with 22 stolen bases on the year. Tied for 4th in the league. There he goes. The pitch is lined towards the alley in left center field. Beatty on the run. Won't get to it. It's off the top of the fence and gone. A home run for Curtis Pride. And the game is tied at 2-2. So a 2-2 ball game. And then in the second inning, the River Cats took the lead once again as John Baker walked. Nate Espy struck out. D'Angelo Jimenez singled. And that brought Milton Bradley back to the plate. The pitch. Bradley swings and lifts one into right center field. Willits charging hard. Slides. Cannot make the catch. Traps it in from third base. Baker scores. Stopping at second base is D'Angelo Jimenez. And it's a 3-2 Sacramento lead. Doug Clark would then single. And again, the River Cats able to add to their lead, courtesy of the bat of Iram Bocachica. One. Line down the left field line. It's a fair ball and trouble. Rolling all the way to the wall. Jimenez scores. Bradley scores. Clark will be held up at third as the throw comes in. It's a 2-run double for Boca Chica, and now it's 5-2 Sacramento. They would add one more run on a ground out by Scott McLean. The Bees, though, would come back to tie it in the bottom half of the second inning, scoring 4 runs on an RBI bases loaded walk for Reggie Willits, a 2-run single by Casey Smith, and then Curtis Pride drove in the equalizer. Pride ropes one to center field. Boca Chica going back. It's over his head and up against the wall. Smith around third will score. Curtis into second base with an RBI double. And the Bees now with 4 in the bottom of the second. The game is tied at 6-6. But the River Cats would score 3 runs in the third inning, 2 of them coming on a single by Milton Bradley. And then the River Cats would score 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 7th and had a comfortable 13-6 lead. Or at least they thought it was comfortable, but the Bees would score 3 runs in the 7th on an RBI single by Jeff Mathis, a run-scoring triple by Jason Espino, and an RBI single to right by Adam Pavkovich to make it a 13-9 ball game. Then in the 8th with 1 out, Curtis Pride reached on an error. Mike Elward on an infield single. Jeff Mathis base hit to center. Score Pride to make it 13-10. Right-handed pitcher Matt Roney, who had allowed only 1 hit in 5 2/3 innings against the Bees this year, came on to face Jason Espino. The pitch, Espino swings, and there it goes! Deep to right center field. It's up there. It's out there, and it is gone! Jason Espino with his first career AAA home run, and this game is all tied up at 13. So 13-13 as the Bees had come back to tie it, and then in the bottom of the 9th, Darren Blakely walked. Reggie Willits bunted him to second for Casey Smith. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Roney's pitch. Ground ball up the middle, center field base hit. Here comes Blakely around third. Clark will throw to the plate. Not in time. The Bees win. So it was a big RBI single for Casey Smith. The thrilling night comes to an end as the Bees rally from 7 down in the last 3 innings to defeat the River Cats by a score of 14-13. That puts the Bees in position to go for the series sweep here this afternoon. When we come back, we'll update you on all the scores on this busy Sunday afternoon in the PCL and in Major League Baseball right after this on ESPN 1230.
Salt Lake City Credit Union is a guaranteed home run with personalized service and the best rates in town. Salt Lake City Credit Union offers a full menu of financial services, including business services and SBA loans, mortgages, free checking and debit cards, auto loans, and online banking. With 7 locations throughout the valley, they're big enough to provide you with everything you need from a financial institution, and they're small enough to give you the friendly, individualized service you deserve. You owe it to yourself to have an account at Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day.
Eligibility and membership required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the 2 starting pitchers are stretching out right now. Dustin Mosley for the Bees, Randy Kiesler for the River Cats. Time now to update you on the Abra scoreboard. Windshield chips or cracks got you down? Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. First of all, in the PCL, again, the final day of play prior to the 3-day All-Star break. At Des Moines, Iowa leads Omaha by a score of 4-2. Mike Coolbaugh with his second home run of the year for the Royals. Michael Restovich, his 14th for Iowa. In the second inning at Oklahoma, New Orleans out in front of the Red Hawks by a score of 4-1. Larry Broadway with his 10th home run of the year for the Z's. Jamie Burke, the former Stinger, with his 7th home run of the year for Oklahoma. In the third at Memphis, the Redbirds lead Albuquerque 1-0 on John Gall's 6th home run of the year. Later on, Portland is at Tacoma. Colorado Springs visits Fresno. Round Rock hosts Nashville, and Las Vegas is at Tucson. In the American League, they're in the bottom of the 8th at Cleveland. Baltimore out in front of the Tribe, 5-4. Bottom of the 7th at St. Petersburg. Tampa Bay has just taken a 6-5 lead on the Yankees. In the 6th inning at Chicago, Boston leads the White Sox 3-1. Mike Lowell with his 11th home run for Boston. Tadahito Oguchi with his 10th for the White Sox. Bottom of the 6th at Arlington, Texas has scored twice. They now lead Minnesota 3-2. In the 5th inning at Kansas City, Toronto's on top of the Royals 5-1. Troy Gloss with his 23rd home run of the year for the Blue Jays. Later on, the Angels are at Oakland trying to make it 3 out of 4 over the A's with Irvin Santana 9-3 for the Angels, Dan Herron 6-6 for the A's, and Detroit is at Seattle. In the National League, bottom of the 8th at Atlanta, the Braves lead the Reds by a score of 8-3. At Washington, the Nationals lead San Diego 7-5. After 8 at Shea, the Mets lead the Marlins 7-5. David Wright's 20th home run of the year in the bottom of the 8th puts the Mets ahead. In the 7th at Philadelphia, the Phillies lead Pittsburgh by a score of 8-3. After 5.5 at Milwaukee, the Cubs are pounding the Brewers 7-2. In the bottom of the 3rd at Denver, Arizona leads Colorado 2-0. Later on, the Dodgers host San Francisco, and St. Louis is at Houston. That's a look at your Abra scoreboard. Just a reminder that if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters today in a 9-inning game, Dal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D 3-engine oil, designed to give you what you need. We'll be back with the starting lineups for this afternoon's game right after this here on ESPN 1230.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
One seriously out of shape piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Let's update you now on getting you ready for today's game by giving you the starting lineup brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. For the visiting Sacramento River Cats, leading off the right fielder, Milton Bradley. Batting second, the left fielder, Doug Clark. Hitting third and playing center field, Iram Bocachica. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Scott McLean. Hitting fifth, the second baseman, Andrew Beatty. Batting sixth and catching, John Baker. Hitting seventh, the shortstop, Mike Rouse. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Nate Espy. And hitting ninth is the designated hitter, D'Angelo Jimenez. Pitching for the River Cats will be left-hander Randy Kiesler. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, here's how manager Brian Harper filled out his lineup card. Leading off the center fielder, Reggie Willits. Batting second, the shortstop, Casey Smith. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Curtis Pride. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Mike Elward. Hitting fifth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Darren Blakely. Hitting seventh and playing second base, Adam Pavkovich. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Corey Myers. And hitting ninth, the right fielder, Jason Espedo. Pitching for the Bees will be right-hander Dustin Mosley. The umpires are assigned by the Pacific Coast League. John Mary will be behind the plate. Todd Ditchner will be at first base, and the umpire at third will be Jake Uhlenhoff. It's the Bees and the River Cats wrapping up a three-game series here at Franklin Covey Field. We'll be back with the start of today's game right after this. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
July 13th through the 15th, world-class auto racing comes to Miller Motorsports Park with American Le Mans Series and SCCA World Challenge GT and Touring cars.
An international gathering of some of the hottest cars in the world comes to Utah during the Larry H. Miller Dealership's Utah Grand Prix. 4 classes of cars, many of them worth over $1 million, will race simultaneously, testing the limits of speed, endurance, and sheer will. It's wildly fast and wildly thrilling. At all Miller Motorsports Park events, kids Ages 12 and under get free general admission, and every ticket includes access to Race Team Paddock, where you can meet the racers and see their cars. You'll also enjoy the festival atmosphere on the Midway, our family fun center. Get your tickets now to the Larry H. Miller Dealership Utah Grand Prix at Miller Motorsports Park, July 13th through 15th. Call Ticketmaster at 325-SEAT or online at millermotorpark.com.
Presented in part by Big O Tires and 1320 K-Fame.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick broths, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedos.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged. And the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very good afternoon and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball on a beautiful day here in Salt Lake City. The Bees and the River Cats wrapping up this three-game series and wrapping up the pre-All-Star break portion of their 2006 schedules. Play will resume on Thursday after 3 off days. And again, with this wacky scheduling, the Bees and River Cats will meet one more time in a 4-game series at Raley Field starting on Thursday, with the two teams will have having played all 16 of their head-to-head matchups within a 26-day stretch. Again, hopefully it's something that won't happen too much in the future. That's just too many games against the same team in this short a period of time. Not only is it 16 games in 26 days, but it's 16 games out of 23 games played. So the Bees and the River Cats very familiar with one another. The only benefit to it is that the two coaching staffs will see pretty much the same people for all 16 games, and so they don't have to write out as many reports as they would have to otherwise. The two managers meeting once again at home plate with the 3-man umpiring crew. Brian Harper representing the Bees, wearing his black top today with the gold numerals and lettering trimmed in white. The River Cats in their burgundy red uniforms with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in white. Again, manager Tony DeFrancesco not with the ball club, as he's been given some time off for the weekend, a little 3-day vacation prior to the All-Star break. So Juan Navarrete, the roving field instructor for the Oakland Athletics, is the interim manager for this series. So the Bees just about ready to take the field on this Sunday afternoon. You still have plenty of time to come on over and enjoy a beautiful Sunday afternoon at the ballpark. If you like the sun, get a ticket on the third base side. If you want to sit in the shade, get a ticket on the first base side here at Franklin Covey Field. Again, the Bees trying to author their second series sweep for the season. The other was a 5-game series sweep in mid-June here against the Las Vegas 51s. So the Bees now taking the field for this afternoon's game. Darren Blakely is in left field. Reggie Willits in center, and Jason Espedo is in right. Corey Myers at third. Casey Smith at short. Adam Pamkovich at second, and Mike Elward is over at first. The battery of Dustin Mosley pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. And before we get our ball game underway, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem to be performed today by Stan Babb.
Presented this afternoon by Mr. Stan Babb. Oh, say, can you sing my life? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight has seen, whose broad side
national anthem prior to the start of today's game between the Bees and the Sacramento River Cats. Dustin Mosley getting the start for the Bees, making his team-leading second on the team, 17 starts. Joe Saunders has 18. Dustin Mosley with 17 starts now. In 89 innings, he's given up 87 hits, 42 runs, 36 of which were earned. He has struck out 66 and walked 28, hit 3 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches, and surrendered 10 home runs. Mosley is 8-4 with a 3.64 earned run average. The PCL batting .260 against right-hander Dustin Mosley. Mosley, 6'4", 190 in his 6th year out of Texarkana, Texas, 24 years old. Acquired from Cincinnati back in December of 2004 for pitcher Ramon Ortiz. Mosley making his second start of the year against the River Cats. He had no decision here on June 24th, giving up just 1 run on 3 hits in 6 innings. He struck out 5 and walked 3 in the Bees' 3-2 10-inning win over the River Cats. So Milton Bradley here on an injury rehab assignment, coming off the disabled list with a strained left shoulder, will lead things off. He was 0 for 4 in the opening game of this series, but yesterday he looked very healthy. 4 for 6 with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. He scored 3 runs in the ball game. Bradley, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed against the right-hander Dustin Mosley, who's just about finished with his warm-ups. And the All-Star break, and then these same 2 teams, 4 straight games to wrap up the season series next weekend. So Milton Bradley batting .190 overall this year for Sacramento. This is his second rehab assignment. 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. Again, the Bees without Howie Kendrick. He's about ready to get started in Pittsburgh in the futures game between the USA club and the world team. Mosley winds the first pitch of the ball game. Is cued foul to the left of home plate. Strike 1, and we are underway. No balls, 1 strike the count on Bradley. Veteran of 534 Major League games played coming into this season. The 0-1 pitch. A fastball high, 1-1, then another 28 with Oakland this year. And he's on his second tour of duty on the disabled list. Again, this for a sprained left shoulder. He missed from May 7th to June 6th with a sprained right knee. The 1-1 to Bradley. Fastball strike on the outside corner below the belt. The count's 1-2. Good to see that John Mary has a normal strike zone compared to what we saw here last night. The 1-2 pitch to Bradley. Swing and a miss on his changeup, and he was pulled to the point. The bat goes flying over by the on-deck circle on the B side of the diamond. So Bradley strikes out, and there's 1 down here in the first. Brings up Doug Clark, the left fielder, batting .282. 12 doubles, 2 triples, 6 homers, 35 runs batted in. 2 for 9 in this series. So 1 out, nobody on base. Facing left-hand hitting Doug Clark. The pitch from Mosley. Fastball down the middle, a strike, and it's 0-1. When Mosley faced Sacramento in his earlier start against the River Cats, Clark was in the big league, so he has not faced him this year. The 0-1, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. During his stint with Oakland, Clark 1 for 6. Picked up his first major league hit on June the 28th in a single in the 5th inning. Off pitcher Clay Hensley of San Diego as a pinch hitter. The 0-2 pitch to Clark. Right down the middle. Strike 3 call. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Dustin Mosley. 2 down here in the first. That'll bring up Hiram Bocachica, the center fielder. Bocachica batting .324. 7 doubles, 2 triples, 9 homers, 23 runs batted in. 4 for 9 in this series. All 4 of his hits in this series have been for extra bases, 3 doubles and a home run. First pitch from Mosley. Fastball strike, and it's 0-1. Mosley coming out a rough outing against Colorado Springs here on the 4th of July. Now the 0-1. Fastball inside, 1-1. Over 15,000 on hand, but Mosley, a couple of players dropping in, and then the Sky Sox unloaded 6 runs in the first inning. He ended up allowing 7 runs on 12 hits in 6 innings. There's a strike in at the knees. 1-2 the count on Boca Chica. Boca Chica ejected in yesterday's game by home plate umpire Jake Uhlenhop. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Now Mosley winds the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball off his foot out towards the pitcher's mound, and Mosley will go through with the play, but home plate umpire John Mary quickly signaling that ball went off the foot of Boca Chica. It also cracked his bat, and so he gets to the dugout and picks up a new piece of lumber. Again, the upcoming road trip to Sacramento and Fresno, all 8 games are going to be 8:05 starts Mountain Time. Some good weather for Sacramento, some very hot weather in the long-range forecast for the visit to Fresno. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Boca Chica. The outfield deep and around towards left for the right-handed batter. The 1-2. Breaking ball to the dirt, blocked by Mathis, sliding across to his right, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Angels just underway at Oakland, taking a 1-0 lead in the first inning. And the Angels with a win would only be 2 in back of the A's in the division race. There's a pitch outside, fills the count at 3-2. Garrett Anderson with an RBI single to drive in Meister's Torres. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch to Boca Chica is lifted in the air towards left center field. Willits going back. It's to the wall, and Willits leaps, and he can't get to it. It's gone. Here on Boca Chica with his second home run of this series, and it's 1-0 Sacramento. The count goes full to 3-2. It's a high, towering fly ball. Willits gave it an effort, but ran out of real estate. And so it's 1-0 Sacramento. Here's Scott McLean, the third baseman, hitting .246, 19 doubles, 14 homers, 55 runs batted in. 1 for 9 in this series with a double and an RBI. Mosley's first pitch. That's ripped towards right center field and over the head of Espino. One hopping the wall. Jason plays the carom. McLean into second base with a double. So after striking out the first 2 batters in the game, Mosley has surrendered the home run to Boca Chica, and now a double to McLean on consecutive pitches. So 2 out, a runner at second for Andrew Beatty, batting .275. 7 doubles, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in. So runner at second base, 2 out. Now Mosley ready, and the pitch to Beatty. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Mosley with an 88 to 92 mile per hour fastball, the cutter, a curve, and a changeup. 1 ball, no strikes as the home plate umpire John Mary receives a new supply of baseballs. So every single game of this road trip, of this homestand, is a fastball outside, 2-0. Every game on this homestand, the opposition has scored first, and in 5 of the 6 games, they have scored in the top of the first. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch. Bounces in, ball 3. 3-0 the count with John Baker due next. So after striking out the first 2 batters in this game, Dustin Mosley scuffling a bit. Now the 3-0 pitch to Beatty. Fastball down the middle above the knees for a strike, and it's 3-1. Runner at second base, McLean. The shortstop Smith in behind him. The outfield straight away. Mosley ready. The 3-1 pitch to Beatty. High ball 4, and there's the first walk issued by Mosley as the catcher Mathis goes out to the mound to talk things over with Dustin. Here's John Baker, the catcher. Baker batting .289, 8 doubles, 3 homers, 27 runs batted in. The home run for Boca Chica, the 11th surrendered by Dustin Mosley this year. That's high on the Bees pitching staff. That's the 86th home run given up by the Bees this year. Only 3 pitching staffs have given up more. Portland at 101, Fresno and Las Vegas at 90 each. So 2 outs, 2 on, 1 in for the River Cats here in the first. The pitch to Baker is a little bit low, ball 1. Want to know the count? To the former University of California star. Mosley ready, the 1-0. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Bees, after today, won't be home again until Friday, July 21st, to kick off your Pioneer Holiday Weekend with fireworks shows on both the 22nd and 24th. There's a rip foul up the first base side. 1-2 the count. Baker getting ahead of that one, pulling it sharply on the ground just wide of first base. So the count on Baker, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And fireworks on both the 22nd and the 24th, the Pioneer Holiday Weekend, against the red-hot Tucson Sidewinders, winners of 4 in a row. They've got the second-best record in the league at 55-33. Last time the 2 teams met, the Sidewinders swept a 4-game series in Tucson, winning 3 of those 4 games in their final at-bat. Twice coming from behind in that final at-bat. 1-2 the count on Baker. Mosley's pitch. Started after it, held up, going to third. McLean, Mathis up with it, the throw, the tag, and he's out. McLean trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt, but called out at third by Jake Uhlenhop as Mathis quickly recovered and fired to Corey Myers. So 2-5 on the putout. 1 run on the home run by Boca Chica, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. As we go to the bottom of the first, it's Sacramento 1, and the Bees are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
If you're in the market for a home theater system or a new TV, RC Willey is the only place to shop. No one has a larger selection of complete home theater systems, high-definition big screens, flat panel LCD, and plasma TVs. Items are in stock for same-day delivery. Choose from the name brands you prefer, including Sony, Panasonic, Samsung, Mitsubishi, and Toshiba. Come in today and find out how you can pay 0 interest for 12 months on purchases of $4.99 or more. RC Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
We go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Sacramento defensively for the River Cats. Doug Clark is in left, Eron Boca Chica in center, Milton Bradley in right, Scott McLean at third, Mike Rouse at short, Andrew Beatty at second, and Nate Espy is at first. The battery, Randy Kiesler pitching and John Baker catching. For Kiesler, his 17th appearance of the year, his 8th start. In 49 2/3 innings, he's given up 43 hits, 19 runs, 13 of them earned. He has struck out 43 and walked 24. He's hit 4 batters, not thrown a wild pitch, nor has he surrendered a home run. Kiesler 4-3 with a 2.36 earned run average. The PCL batting .231 against left-hander Randy Kiesler. Here's Reggie Willett, the center fielder, to lead things off. First pitch to Willett is high, ball 1. Reggie batting .309, 14 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 36 runs batted in. Comes into this game with an 8-game hitting streak, one shy of his longest streak of the year. Now the 1-0 from Kiesler. Fastball strike, 1-1. Again, Kiesler primarily a reliever this year. It's his second consecutive start. He actually made 6 starts in his 2nd through 7th appearance earlier this year. faced the Bees twice out of the bullpen in June. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball low, 2-1. Both of the games were here. He did not allow a run. Surrendered just one hit in 2 1/3 innings. 2 balls and a strike to count on Willits. As Kiesler delivers. Up high, ball 3. 3-1 the count. The only hit off Kiesler, a single that belongs to Adam Pavkovich. Back on the 22nd of June. Kiesler, 6'3", 190 winds. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a foul. Back into the screen, and that fills the count at 3-2. Originally a second-round pick of the Yankees in 1998 out of LSU. Outfield straight away for Willits. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Sacramento as the payoff pitch comes to the plate. Swinging a roller foul at the third base side. That one right in on the hands of Willits, but Reggie able to fight it off. Kiesler, in his last outing, started his first start since May the 7th against Fresno at Grizzly Stadium on the 4th of July and got the win. Gave up no runs on 5 hits in 5 innings with 3 strikeouts and no walks. Three balls, 2 strikes. Now the lefty ready and the payoff pitch. Willits swings and lines one foul into and out of the crowd quickly just beyond the first base dugout. And the count remains full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count on Reggie Willits, who has 3 hits and 7 at-bats in this series. Laid down a perfectly executed sacrifice bunt to move Darren Blakely into scoring position for Casey Smith to knock him home in the 9th inning yesterday. For the 3rd time, the 3-2 pitch is looped into right center field, a base hit. And so Reggie Willits extends that hitting streak of his to 9 games, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Bees here in the 1st. Just a little soft flare over the head of the second baseman, Andrew Beatty. Here's Casey Smith, the shortstop, batting .273, 15 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 35 runs batted in. A good night last night, not only the game-winning single, but he also went 2 for 6 altogether with 3 runs batted in. So runner at first, nobody out. Kiesler's pitch, bunted at and missed by Smith, strike 1. 0-1 the count for the series. Casey 2 for 10 with 3 RBI. No balls, 1 strike the count on Smith. Kiesler signed as a free agent in January by Oakland. Appeared in 11 games this year, all in relief for the A's. The 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. Looks like he has a tough motion to read. And Reggie Willits studying it on the last 2 pitches. No decisions for Kiesler with the A's. 4.50 earned run average. Kiesler with the move to first this time, and Willits back in standing up. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Casey. 1-0 River Cats here in the 1st. The infield double play depth for Sacramento, and again Kiesler tosses over, and Willits is back in standing up. Smith 0 for 1 against Kiesler this year. 2 seasons ago, he pitched for 3 different PCL teams, Portland, Oklahoma, and New Orleans. Again, the throw to first. And again, Willits is back. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Again, the throw over. That's 4 straight tosses over. And again, Willits is back. Now the pitch. Smith grounds one to the right side. The second baseman, Beatty, to his left, has only 1 play, and that's to first base. So Casey Smith hitting the ball to the right side moves Willits into scoring position at second base. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, the designated hitter, batting .338. 16 doubles, 6 homers, 33 runs batted in. 4 for 7 in this series. We mentioned Kiesler pitched for 3 different PCL teams in 2003, but not once did he face the Stingers that year. So a runner at second base, one out, the tying run in scoring position. The pitch to Curtis, a fastball low, ball one. 1-0 the count on Pride, who's hit safely in 4 straight games coming in. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts against Keesler this year. 1 ball to count. Now the left-hander deals. Swung on, lifted in the air, left center field. On the run, Bocachica's there, and he'll make the catch for the out. Drops the ball after the catch, trying to take the ball out of his mitt. So 2 outs. Willits at second base. Here's Mike Elward, hitting .306, 12 doubles, 4 homers, 30 runs batted in for Mike. He has a 4-game hitting streak working, 2 for 9 in this series. He has 8 hits in 20 at-bats, a .400 average on this homestand. Elward 0 for 1 against Keesler this year. So 2 out, a runner at second base, and the left-hander delivers. Elward takes a curveball low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Elward. The outfield playing him straight away. And the Bees wearing their alternate black tops today. Now the 1-0. Elward rips one over the head of the shortstop Rouse into left center field. Willits around third is waved on home. It's an RBI single for Mike Elward, and the Bees have tied the game at 1-1. Boy, Elward scorched that one, a rocket over the head and glove of the shortstop Mike Rouse. And so Elward ties the game at 1. That's his 31st run batted in for the Bees, and combining his AA numbers with his AAA numbers, that is now 56 runs batted in on the year. Brings up Jeff Mathis hitting .296. 20 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers, 29 runs batted in. The pitch, a fastball high, ball one. 1-0 the count on Mathis. He has a 5-game hitting streak. Again, all 10 Bees players who hit last night got at least 1 hit. The pitch, Mathis takes high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Mathis facing Keesler for the first time this year. 2 balls, no strikes. A 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first. Keesler's pitch. Mathis swings and pops it up. Shallow right. Milton Bradley in for this one, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run for the Bees on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1, it's the Bees 1, Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Next. Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Now let's go back to the ballpark for more Salt Lake Bees baseball. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
All right, we go to the 2nd inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. John Baker, Mike Rouse, and Nate Espy to face right-hander Dustin Mosley. Yet another catcher for the AAA All-Star game for the PCL got called up. Paul Phillips called up by Kansas City. And so Baker will be representing Sacramento along with pitcher Matt Roney in the game on Wednesday in Toledo. You can hear that game here on ESPN 1230, 6 o'clock game time from Fifth Third Field in Toledo, Ohio, home of the Toledo Mud Hens. So here's Baker, who was at the plate when McLean was thrown out at third base, trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt. Pitch on the way, swinging a slow ground ball towards the second baseman, Pavkovich, who gobbles it up and flips to first for the out, one away. That'll bring up Mike Rouse, the shortstop.
Number 14, Mike Rouse.
Rouse batting .264, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, 32 runs batted in for Rouse. Oh, a 1-1 ball game here in the second inning. Rouse at the plate, left-handed batter, 0 for 6 so far in this series. Mosley's pitch low and outside, ball 1 to the left-handed batter. Angels and A's 1-1 now in the second. The A's scoring on a throwing error by Eric Ibar, getting the start at shortstop as Rouse swings and bounces one foul behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Don't forget to be on the lookout for the Albertsons triple play for charity. If the Bees pull off a triple play at home as they did on May 1st, Albertsons will donate $1,000 worth of groceries to the Utah Food Bank. 1-1 to Rouse. Foul, to fastball back into the screen, 1-2. Albertsons, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Rouse. Nate Espy, the first baseman, on deck. Now the wind by Mosley and the 1-2. Breaking ball inside. Spins Rouse around. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield, straight away, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle to his right. Pavkovich backhand. Sets and throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Slow ground ball up the middle. Adam having time to get over there and backhand that ball. And then getting that throw quickly over to first base. Here's Nate Espy, the first baseman. Espy batting .279, 16 doubles, 7 homers, 31 runs batted in. 2 for 9 in this series, including a home run in the 9th inning here on Friday. So 2 out, nobody on base for the River Cats. But then again, that was the situation in the first when they got their run. There's a pitch high and inside and off the glove of Mathis, ball 1. 1-0 the count. A 1-1 ball game here in the second inning. Espy at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk against Mosley when he met him earlier this year. Curveball high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out, bases empty here in the second in a 1-1 ball game. Now Mosley winds the 2-0. Swinging a tap foul back into the left of home plate. The count's 2-1. Hard to believe, but tomorrow marks the 10th anniversary of when Salt Lake City hosted the AAA All-Star Game. July 10th, 1996, the National League affiliated players edged the American League 2-1. There's a swing and a deep drive to left. If it stays fair, it's trouble, and it is a foul ball. Just enough hook on it to send it wide of the pole, so the count's even on Espy at 2-2. Sellout crowd of 15,500 for that game. Buzz infielder Todd Walker hit a solo homer in the 4th to give the AL a 1-0 lead. But Brooke Fordyce hit a 2-run shot in the 8th to give the National League the win. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second. Bases empty. Mosley's pitch to Espy. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate. Players in that game that are currently still in the majors. Remember, that was 10 years ago. Todd Walker, Dimitri Young with the Tigers, who's on the DL. Nefi Perez, Brian Giles, and currently on the disabled list for the White Sox, Dustin Hermanson, who was their closer for the better part of last year before he got hurt. And Bobby Jenks, the former Stinger, took over. 2-2 to Espy. Pulled on the ground toward short, bobbled by Casey Smith. He recovers, though, and throws to first in time for the out. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the River Cats, and that's a Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. We go to the bottom of the second. Bees 1, Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Your grandparents came here.
The long drive going, and it's a home run for Joe DiMaggio.
Your parents came here.
Here comes Roger Maris in to score, and Cepeda pulling the second with a double.
Now it's your turn.
Number 7 is in the book. The remarkable Ryan has done it again.
Cooperstown, New York. A tradition of excellence for 7 decades. Be a part of it. For information, call 1-888-Hall of Fame.
Hi, is this the Federal Reserve? How you doing? Good, I'm fine, thanks. Listen, maybe you can help me. You're the guys who control the interest rates, right? Good. I was wondering if you could just not touch the interest rates until I sell my home. Well, yeah, I understand that, but no, I just need you to not touch the interest rate until I sell my home, that's all. Just, don't raise it. Just, keep it stable. Well, is there someone there who can help me? Yeah, I'll hold. Thanks.
Okay, so you can't control the Fed, but call a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent, and you'll have qualified buyers from all over the world looking at your home, no matter what the interest rate is. That's because Coldwell Banker agents are not only local experts, they're also part of a national and international referral network of professional agents. So there will be thousands of Coldwell Banker agents all over the world working to find you the right buyer at the right price.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm still on hold. Sure, I'll stay here. Thanks.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit UtahHomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Down to the bottom of the second inning, a 1-1 ball game. Just a reminder, if a Bees player hits for the cycle at home this season during a regulation 9-inning game, you could win $10,000 in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest, courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. Register to win at the Franklin Covey Field Customer Service Booth. And don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architects of Wealth. Darren Blakely to lead things off, 4 for 9 so far in a Salt Lake uniform. Make that 5 for 11 for Darren. The pitch. Swing and a miss to the breaking ball down and in, strike 1. He walked to lead off the 9th inning yesterday and eventually came around to score the winning run. 3 for 4 against River Cats pitching in this series. Now the 0-1 from Kiesler. Swinging a foul. Back into the screen, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, Blakely started the year at AAA Charlotte in the White Sox organization. Hit 173 in 32 games before being moved down to AA Birmingham, where in 27 games he hit 260 before being released and picked up by the Angels for the Bees on July 1st. The 0-2 to Blakely. Fastball up and in as he jumps back out of the way. Ball 1. 1-2 the count on Darren. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Kiesler. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball line towards left, but Doug Clark is there. He reaches up over his head and makes the catch for out number 1. Hard hit by Blakely, but right at Doug Clark and left. Here's Adam Pavkovich, the second baseman, batting .231. 7 doubles, a triple, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in. 1 for 4 in this series with a run batted in. 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. Kiesler's first pitch to Pavkovich. Line to left center field, a base hit. Played on the roll out there by Bo Kachika. He'll scoop it up and toss it back in towards second base. Hit number 3 for the Bees. So Salt Lake with a runner at first base and 1 out for Corey Myers, the third baseman. Myers batting .284, 4 doubles, a homer, 7 runs batted in, 3 for 8 in this series. So 1 on, 1 out, the Sacramento infield at double play depth. As the lefty Kiesler is ready. The pitch. Into the dirt. Good scoop by the catcher Baker. Ball 1. Kiesler was the USA Today New York Yankees minor league player of the year in 2000. He won 14 and lost 5 in 28 starts in the Yankee organization that year. The 1-0. Swing and a slow tap towards third. McLean charging, gloving, throwing on the run and getting Myers by a couple of steps on the play. Pavkovich takes second base. So 2 outs. Here's Jason Espedo with a long 3-run homer to tie the game in the 8th inning. That's probably traveled in the neighborhood of 460, 465. So a runner in scoring position, 2 out. It was a 2-out base hit that brought in the tying run for the Bees in the first. Now looking for the 2-out hit to take the lead with. The pitch bounces in. Good block by the catcher Baker. Ball 1. Espedo 2 for 6 in the series. He also had a triple in that game yesterday. Pavkovich the lead at second base. The outfield playing Espedo pretty much straight away. Kiesler ready, and the 1-0 to Jason. Swung on and ripped off the glove of Espy, trickles behind him into the bullpen. Here comes Pavkovich around third, and he'll score the go-ahead run. A rocket off the bat of Espedo. Espy with a great diving effort towards the line, but could not corral it. And it's 2-1 Bees. So Espedo drives in his 5th run in the last 2 games. And another 2-out base hit to put the Bees on the board. That'll bring up Reggie Willits, who singled to right field, his first time up, to extend his hitting streak to 9 games. And Espedo, a left-handed batter, doing it against the southpaw Kiesler. Pitch on the way. Willits pops it up foul. First base side. That's onto the roof. Strike 1. And if you missed our conversation with Reggie a couple of days ago in the on-deck circle, Willits, a .335 batter from the left side, .237 from the right side, but he's a natural right-handed batter. A pitch. Curveball low. 1-1 the count. Yet batting nearly 100 points more for the left side. One of the reasons he says is that there are just so few lefties out there. He doesn't get a whole lot of opportunity to bat from the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Inside at the belt, 2-1. Just to give you an example, he has 215 at-bats from the left side, and this is only his 78th at-bat from the right side. And he leads the team with 79 games played. He's played in all but 10 games, and of course he missed those while he was with the Angels. Here's a swing and a one-hopper over the mound. Ralph, the shortstop, charges, gloves, and throws to first, not in time. They kind of nonchalanted that one into a base hit. Willits hustling up the line, chopper over the mound. Rouse coming in and over. Didn't get a whole lot on the throw, and Willits beat it out for his second hit of the ball game. So now runners at first and second base with 2 out, and Casey Smith will be the batter. Grounded out to the second baseman, Beatty, his first time up. So 2 on, 2 out. Now Kiesler's pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Casey. 2-1 Bees here in the bottom of the second inning. Now Kiesler ready. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner above the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curtis Pride would be next. Runner at second base, Pavkovich. Willits at first, the 1-1. Into the dirt with a curveball, ball 2. 2-1 the count. And the Bees not home again in July, with the exception of the 4-game series with Tucson, July 21st through the 24th. Pioneer holiday weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, and Monday night. The 2-1. Smith swings and taps it foul at home plate, 2-2, as he was out in front of the off-speed pitch. The rest of July is on the road. The 8-game road trip to Sacramento and Fresno, and then after the homestand against Tucson, it's the Tennessee two-step, 4 in Memphis, followed by 4 in Nashville. Now Kiesler ready. And the 2-2 pitch to Casey. Swung on line, caught by the third baseman McLean as he turned and made the knee-high backhanded grab to retire the side. Hard hit, but at him. 1 run, though, for the Bees on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. At the end of 2, it's the Bees 2 and Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. What? How do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a #1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
It's like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What's he talking about? He's always making these big promises.
McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm Lockett.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. While distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
All right, we go to the third. It's a 2-1 ball game now in favor of the Bees. It'll be D'Angelo Jimenez, Milton Bradley, and Doug Clark, the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the Sacramento batting order. Jimenez batting 140, 1 double, 4 runs batted in since joining the River Cats. 2 for 4 in this series. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander, Dustin Mosley, whose first pitch is low, ball 1. It's also time for our third inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Now the wind by Mosley and the 1-0. Jimenez takes a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. At Des Moines, they're in the 9th. Iowa leading Omaha 4-2. Iowa sitting 4 games in back of first place Nashville in the American North as Jimenez takes a breaking ball inside at the belt, 2-1. In the third at Oklahoma, New Orleans leads the Red Hawks 7-1. Now Mosley ready, the 2-1. Swinging a hard ground ball, left, right side. Nice play by Paskovich to his left. Spins and throws to first for the out. Sharply hit ground ball. Adam quick steps to his left to get to that ball on the knee-high bounce. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Milton Bradley, who struck out swinging his first time up. Memphis 1, Albuquerque nothing. The Isotopes batting in the top of the 5th at AutoZone Park. These will be there 2 weeks from Tuesday. First pitch to Bradley. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Later on, Portland at Tacoma. Fresno hosting Colorado Springs. Nashville at Round Rock, and Las Vegas visits Tucson. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit low, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Bradley. The pitch on the way. Fastball outside, 2-1. Good to see that the world's largest snooze fest is over, but we won't tell you the score because we don't care. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. 2-1 Bees. That's the score here in the third inning. The pitch. Off speed and over for a strike, and it's 2-2. In the American League, they're going to the bottom of the 9th in Chicago. The Red Sox 3 and the White Sox 2. Now Mosley ready. The pitch. Bradley, a little cue shot toward third. Charging in, Myers has it. Throws to first in time for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Sacramento third. That'll bring up Doug Clark, who was called out on strikes his first time up. Bottom of the 8th at Kansas City. Toronto 11 and the Royals 1. Home runs for Troy Gloss, Eric Hinsky, and Benji Molina. The Angels 2 and the A's 1. Oakland batting in the bottom of the third. A's tied it up on an unearned run in the bottom half of the first on a throwing error by Eric Ibar, but The Angels regain the lead in the second on a home run by Jose Molina, his second of the year. First pitch to Clark, up high, ball one. At Seattle, Detroit and the Mariners are scoreless in the fourth inning. Finals, Baltimore a winner at Cleveland 5-4. The 1-0 pitch to Clark, swing and a miss to the cutter, 1-1. Tampa Bay beats the Yankees 6-5, and Texas tops Minnesota 5-2. Now Mosley winds the 1-1. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Mathis for a strike, and it's 1-2. Bottom of the eighth at Milwaukee, the Cubs 9 and the Brewers 4. Bottom of the sixth at Denver, the Rockies now lead Arizona 5-2. 1-2 pitch on the way, low for a ball, 2-2. After 2.5 in Los Angeles, the Dodgers lead the Giants 2-0. St. Louis at Houston, the Sunday night game on ESPN. At Atlanta, the Braves top the Reds 8-3. Now the wind and the 2-2 pitch to Clark. Change up high, ball 3, fills the count at 3-2. San Diego rallies with 4 in the ninth to beat Washington 10-9. At New York, the Mets with 4 in the eighth rally past the Marlins 7-6. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch to Clark. Swinging a shot on one out, takes a bad hop, and that catches Elward in the chin or the chest and rolls to foul territory. Mike shaken up and now staggering to his feet. Armando Rivas, the trainer, Brian Harper, the manager, going out to take a look at Elward. That ball took a bad hop, came up and hit him. I don't know if it got him in the chest or the chin, but he looked like someone who just got hit by a roundhouse from a heavyweight fighter. And so Rivas, the trainer, checking him out as his teammates gather around him as it was a hard hit ball to begin with, then came up high, and that one hit Elward. And so now he's being checked out, and hopefully he'll be able to stay in the ball game as he's been a vital cog to the Bees' success since he's joined the ball club. He's had some awfully big hits, that walk-off 3-run home run the other night. As it stands, the River Cats will have a runner at first base with 2 out, and Iran Boca Chica, who homered in his first at-bat, will be at the plate. So again, he's being checked out, and apparently it looked like it may have glanced off his hand as well, and that's what's hurting right now as they check his right hand. And now Mike, staggering to his feet, checking out, looks like his right index finger. Mike will do everything and anything he can to stay in the ball game. The question is, will he be able to? As he talks things over, puts his cap back on, his glove back on, and he convinces trainer Armando Rivas that he can continue. So he'll get a nice hand from the fans here at the ballpark. So runner at first base, 2 out. And the batter will be Iran Boca Chica. It's that home run that we mentioned that gave the River Cats a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. He has been one tough out for the Bees in this series. He's 5 for 10, and again, all 5 of his hits have been for extra bases. So now Mosley ready, and the pitch on the way. Boca Chica bunts, third base side, off the mound Mosley. Bare hand pickup and throw to first for the out. And that retires the side. And boy, that's going to leave me scratching my head trying to figure that one out, the way he's hitting the baseball. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the third. Bees 2, Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
MedOne Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
We go to the bottom of the third. It's a 2-1 ball game. Curtis Pride, Mike Elward, and Jeff Mathis due up to face left-hander Randy Kiesler here in the third. The Bees leading by a score of 2-1. Curtis Pride flied out to center field his first time up. Hit the ball hard, but right at Boca Chica for the out. Just a reminder, you can help me call the action on ESPN 1230 from the press box as the Great Clips Junior broadcaster for a game. Enter to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips location. Relax. It's Great Clips. Again, you must be between the ages of 8 and 13. So here's Curtis Pride to lead things off. He's leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Kiesler ready. First pitch to Curtis. Breaking ball, didn't bite, misses high, ball one. 1-0 the count. Kiesler with 51 Major League appearances, 17 of them starts for the Yankees, Padres, Reds, and Oakland. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Up high with a changeup, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Curtis. Two balls, no strikes. Now Kiesler ready. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Pride. Swing and a miss to the fastball, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Some interesting notes around baseball. How about Jared Weaver last night? 7 scoreless innings, 2 hits allowed. Lowered his earned run average in the majors to 1.12. Now the 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. That was the earned run average that Bob Gibson had in 1968. Now for Weaver, he is the first first pitcher to win his first 6 games and go at least 6 innings and allow no more than 2 runs since 1945 when Boo Ferris did it for the Red Sox. Pride swings at the 3-on and lost it into left field. Doug Clark coming in for it. He's there, and he'll put it away for out number 1. So Curtis flies out, 1 away. That'll bring up Mike Elward, the RBI single that tied the game in the first, his initial time up. So 1 out, nobody on base. So Elward at the plate waiting. Kiesler ready, and the pitch to the right-hand batter. Curveball drops in for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. So Jared Weaver doing something that no pitcher has done since 1945, when his first 6 starts and goes 6 innings or more, giving up 2 runs or less. Elward takes a fastball high and away, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Now Kiesler ready, the pitch. Low and outside, 2-1. Last night, 2 outs, nobody on. The Astros led the Cardinals by 2. Brad Lidge on the mound, but the Cardinals would rally for 2 in the 9th, and Albert Pujols would homer off Roy Oswalt in the 10th to give the Cardinals the 7-6 win. 2-1 to Elward, cut at and missed a strike, and it's 2-2. Believe it or not, it was the first time this year that in the majors that a team has won after trailing by 2 or more runs in the 9th inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. Full count on Elward now at 3-2. at 3-2. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Kiesler, and there's 2 down here in the third. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who flied out to Milton Bradley in right field his first time up. Diamondbacks and Rockies were tied 1-1 in the ninth at Denver, and then Arizona scored 7 in the top of the ninth yesterday. Colorado 6 in the bottom half for an 8-7 Arizona win. Now, according to the folks at Elias, that set a record. The pitch to Mathis, inside, ball 1. There have been more than 3,000 games in Major League history that were tied 1-1 going into the ninth. Saturday night's game was the first of those games, which by game's end had as many as 15 runs scored. The 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. No surprise, the world record of 14 was set at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Rockies and Padres were tied 1-1 through 8. The 2-0 pitch, change up high, 3-0. Both the Padres and Rockies scored 1 in the 10th. Then the Padres scored 9 in the 11th. The Rockies won, and the Padres won it 11-3. 3-0 the count on Mathis as Kiesler delivers. Fastball in for a strike, 3-1. Darren Blakely, the left fielder, is due next. Three balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Mathis swings and pops it up foul to the right of home plate. That one will make its way into the upper deck. A juggling catch by the fan in row 2. Bobbled it a couple of times, but was able to hang on before it hit the deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Mathis with 2 out. Nobody on here in the third. Bees leading 2-1. The payoff pitch to Mathis. Swing at a fastball and a foul back into the screen. Jermaine Dye homered in the bottom of the ninth with 2 out. The White Sox and Red Sox are tied 3-3. These are only the first or second blown save all year for Jonathan Papelbon, the rookie sensation for the Red Sox. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Time called as Mathis steps out. Three balls, 2 strikes. That would be his third. There's a swing and a liner back up the middle and into center field. A base hit just over the glove of the pitcher. Kiesler stuck it up and hoped he could make connection with it, but could not do it. And Mathis is aboard with a 2-out single, extending his hitting streak to 6 games. So now, a runner at first, 2 outs for Darren Blakely, who flied out to Clark and left, hit the ball on a line, but right at Clark. His first time at bat, he swings and grounds 1 foul to the left of home plate, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Two to 1 Bees here in the bottom of the third. Now Kiesler ready to pitch. Low into the dirt, blocked by the catcher Baker. Ball rolls out in front of the home plate, so Mathis has to hold at first base. One ball, 1 strike, the count on Blakely. Now Kiesler ready, glances towards Mathis at first, and now the 1-1. Breaking ball again into the dirt, blocked by Baker, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. And Portland at Tacoma should just about be underway. And Tacoma starting the day prior to the break, 3 games behind the Bees in the division standings. The 2-1 pitch, Blakely grounds one sharply through the middle and into center field, a base hit. Mathis takes the turn and holds, throw back in behind him, but Jeff scampers back safely. So back-to-back singles for the Bees after 2 outs. That'll bring up Adam Pavkovich, who is single setter, and so far in a Bees uniform, Blakely looks like anybody but someone who had a very low lifetime batting average at the AAA level in his career. hit 173 this year at AAA Charlotte. With the Portland Beavers in 2002, he was just 2 for 15. So he came in to this stint with the Bees with a 168 lifetime average at AAA, but he's not shown that so far. In a Bees uniform, he is now 6 for 13. There's Pavkovich, the pitch from Kiesler. Breaking ball inside at the knees, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 7 hits for the Bees in 2 2/3 innings, but so far only 2 runs scored. The 1-0 to Adam. Breaking ball low, 2-0 the count. Portland 1, Tacoma nothing in the second inning. RBI single by Luke Carlin for the Beavers. Now the 2-0 pitch to Pavkovich. Off speed and over for a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Pavkovich. Again, he lined a single to center and scored in the second inning. Now the lefty Kiesler ready, the 2-1. Pavkovich swings, loops one into left center field, and that's going to be caught on a diving grab by Hiram Bocachica, leaving his feet, going into the alley in left center field, and stealing an RBI and a base hit from Adam Pavkovich, and that could very well be our Mountains West Ranch's defensive play of the game. We'll let you know during the 10th inning show. After 3 complete, it remains, because of that catch, the Bees 2 and Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why? It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike 1.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pregame and postgame feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
All right, we go to the 4th inning. 2-1 ball game in favor of the Bees. Dustin Mosley to face Scott McLean. Andrew Beatty and John Baker, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, due up in the River Cats order. McLean doubled up the alley in right center field his first time up. 2-1 ball game. The diving catch by Bocachica saving at least 1 run for Sacramento as Pavkovich was bidding for an RBI single. Now Mosley's pitch to McLean, a breaking ball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Not much breeze here today. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul up the third base side, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Time now to check out this date in Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. That was on this date 2 years ago. We'll tell you what happened after the 0-2 to McLean. Foul back and out of play. Adam Riggs became the 5th player in franchise history to hit for the cycle as the Stingers fall 5-4 in 11 innings at Las Vegas. Riggs singled in the 1st, tripled in the 3rd, homered in the 5th, and completed the cycle with an 11th inning double. The 0-2 inside 1-2. Also in that game, Dallas McPherson sets a Pacific Coast League record by striking out 6 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on McLean. The pitch for Mosley. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Mosley, and there's 1 down here in the 4th. Brings up Andrew Beatty, who walked his first time up. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med One Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. So 1 out, base is empty. Mosley's pitch. Down low, ball 1 to Beatty. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Veteran his 9th year. Originally picked by Cincinnati in the 35th round of 1998. Fastball outside. 2-0 the count. Re-signed by Oakland after spending most of last year with Sacramento. Did spend 22 games at Midland, but played in 113 games for the River Cats. The 2-0 pitch to Beatty. Swung out and sliced foul out of play down the left field line, 2-1. Last year he led the league and was tied for 3rd in all of minor league baseball with 10 sacrifice flies. Adam Pavkovich for the Bees right now has 8 to lead the PCL. 2-1 pitch. Beatty pops it up down the left field line. Blakely giving chase near the bullpen, and in fair territory stops and makes the catch for the out. 2 down. Brings up John Baker, the catcher. Blakely had to come a long way for that one, but made a nice catch. That'll bring up Baker, who grounded out to the second baseman Pavkovich his first time up. Adam with 8 sacrifice flies on the year to lead the PCL. So 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch to Baker. Swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Bases empty, 2 outs for the River Cats here in the 4th. Now Mosley delivers. Swing, a little dribbler, and that's going to be foul ball. Mathis quickly out from behind home plate, grabbed it, but it just hadn't gotten to the chalk line yet, so the count's 0-2. Got a note from Mike Curto, the broadcaster for Tacoma. Hadn't seen this anywhere, but remember John Barnes, the outfielder for the Buzz, who led the PCL in hitting in 2000, but never really was the same again after he banged his knee against the wall trying to make a catch in Fresno. Well, apparently he's trying to come back as a knuckleball pitcher, currently at Class A. The 0-2 pitch, strike 3 call. More on Barnes when we come back. 3 up, 3 down. That's a 1-2-3 inning. Brought to you by Keith Barton and Associates. It's just that easy as we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Bees 2 and Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders. Dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $39 a month or 24 months with 0 down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You're right, payments as low as $39 a month. Plus, 0 down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So get to Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval for 83106 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, including FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $39 monthly payments, 24 months at 8.9% APR for non-financed at $4,800 with the county head firm. Thereafter, the standard rate is 12.99% and 2% at APR applies. Default rate is 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. TG for ATV 8 restrictions. Yamaha recommends offer trading scores. Call 1-800-872-887. We got
the bottom of the fourth inning. Bees 2, Sacramento 1. It'll be Corey Myers, Jason Espito, and Reggie Willett, the 8-9-1 hitters, to face Randy Kiesler here in the fourth. The Bees leading 2-1. They've out-hit the River Cats 7-3. Corey Myers grounded out to third his first time up. Talking about John Barnes trying to make a comeback as a pitcher. There's a pitch high, ball one, throwing primarily a knuckleball. Started 3 days ago for the Greenville Drive, the Low A South Atlantic League. 1-0 pitch. Myers takes high, ball two, 2-0. He's 0-3 with a 3.09 earned run average. He's also pitched for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and the Gulf Coast League Red Sox. 2-0 pitch is high, ball three, 3-0 the count. Still looking for that first win as a pitcher. 3-0 pitch on the way is high, ball four. So Corey walks on 4 straight pitches to open up the fourth inning. First walk issued by Kiesler, and that'll bring up Jason Espito. In a line drive that the first baseman Espy tried to make a diving catch on. Made a great effort, but could not corral it, deflecting the ball into foul ground, and that allowed Adam Papkovich to score the go-ahead run. There's a pitch high for a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strike the count on Jason Espito. 2-1 Bees. We're in the fourth. The infield double play depth for Sacramento. The 1-0. High, ball two, and that's 6 straight pitches out of the strike zone. Thrown by Kiesler to open up the fourth inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the pitch. Fastball down the middle is strike 2-1. And the Angels today at Oakland trying to hold within 2 games of the A's. The A's have just tied the game up in the fifth, 2-2. Now the 2-1. Espito pops it up on the infield. Right side, the second baseman Beatty underneath it. And he'll glove it for the first out of the inning. 1 away. That'll bring up Reggie Willett, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. 1 to right, 1 on the infield as he beat out a routine bouncer to the shortstop Mike Rouse. Angels playing Oakland today. It was on this date 35 years ago. The Angels lost to Oakland 1-0 in a club record 20-inning game. So runner at first base, 1 out. The pitch to Willits. Ground ball towards the hole and through into left field, a base hit. Played on the roll by Clark. Stopping at second is Myers, and Reggie Willits is 3 for 3. May have lost his bat on that one. That didn't sound very good, but it got through. And so now first and second base with 1 out for Casey Smith. And a line drive with 2 on, 2 out of the second, but right at the third baseman McLean, who made a nice backhand catch. So 2 on, 1 out as the Bees look to add to their 1-run lead. Myers at second, Willits at first. Now Kiesler with a look back towards Myers at second base, the pitch. Casey takes high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Smith. And the Bees, 3 games up on Tacoma at the start of today's play. Portland in third place, 12 games back. So right now, anyway, it's a 2-horse race. The 1-0 pitch. Casey started after it, held up, but it's a strike call to the inside corner under the belt. Portland leading Tacoma 2-0 in the third inning today at Pacini Stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Smith. Now Kiesler's pitch. Casey swings and slices one foul, headed into the upper deck down the right field line. 1-2 the count on Smith with Curtis Pride due next. And the Bees in their division still have 9 games left with Colorado Springs, 9 left with Portland, and 4 with Tacoma. 1-2 the count on Smith. Kiesler ready to pitch. Curveball, strike 3 call to the inside corner just under the belt. And that is the second strikeout for Kiesler. 2 outs. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, who's flied out twice, once to center and once to left. So runners at first and second base, 2 down. Bees have left 5 runners on base for the first 3 innings and have 2 more on here with 2 out. The pitch to Pride. Curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Again, not much breeze. His Old Glory hangs limp on the flagpole and left here at Franklin Covey Field. Now the 0-1. Fastball fouled back into the upper deck and down below. And the count's 0-2 on Curtis Pride. Again, the 8-game road trip coming up beginning after the All-Star break on Thursday. 4 in Sacramento, 4 in Fresno, all 8 getting underway at 8:05 Mountain Time. 2 strikes, the count on Pride. Kiesler ready to pitch. Sidearm fastball inside and all the way back to the base of the screen. On to third base goes Myers and Willett to second. Kiesler came sidearm. That ball got away, almost hit Curtis. So now the count 1-2 with runners at second and third and 2 out. Now a base hit could score a pair. Wild pitch charge to Kiesler, and that is his first of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kiesler's pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side as the Bees leave 2 more runners on base. No runs on 1 hit. We go to the 5th. It's the Bees 2, Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new sizzling fajita pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large sizzling fajita pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
More Salt Lake Bees baseball coming up on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the 5th inning. The Bees keep squandering opportunities to score. They've left 7 runners on base in the first 4, but they do lead by a score of 2-1. It'll be Mike Rouse, Nate Espy, and D'Angelo Jimenez to face right-hander Dustin Mosley. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive alignment. Darren Blakely in left, Reggie Willits in center, Jason Espedo in right. The infield third to first of Corey Myers, Casey Smith, Adam Pavkovich and Mike Elward. A battery of Dustin Mosley pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. So Rouse to lead it off. Grounded out to Pavkovich his first time up at second base. The first pitch is in for a strike. And the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Mosley winds the pitch. Change up outside, and that evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mosley ready to go, but the hitter Rouse steps out of the batter's box. Mosley with 16 starts coming into this one. The 1-1 pitch. Line foul, slicing out of play down the left field side. 1-2 the count as most of the folks here have opted to find the shade. In his 16 previous starts, Mosley with a couple of complete games, tying him with Jared Weaver for the team lead and league lead. Now the 1-2 pitch to Rouse. Swinging a ground ball foul at the first base side. Still 1-2. 6 quality starts for Mosley out of 16 outings. That's 6 innings or more, giving up 3 earned runs or less. 1-2 the count on Rouse. Mosley from the far third base side of the rubber delivers a fastball outside, and the count's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And 3 pitchers tied for the league lead with 2 complete games on the year. Dustin Mosley, Jared Weaver, and former Kern star Jared Fernandez with Nashville. Here's a pitch grounded to the right side. Bobbled by Elward, picks it up and makes the underhand lead toss to Mosley in time for the out. 3-1 on the put out of Rouse, and there's 1 away here in the 5th. Brings up Nate Espy, who grounded out to short his first time up. And when the Bees come home, it'll be Pioneer Day weekend with a pair of fireworks shows this year on Saturday the 22nd or on Monday the 24th. So make plans to be here for one or both. Now the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Espy. Last night's game was the 3rd time this year the Bees have been involved in a game in which both teams have scored in double digits. They've won all 3, and they've all 3 been here at home. The 1-0 pitch, Espy takes a curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. May 30th against Tucson, 15-14. June 5th, 14-12 against Fresno. And last night's game. The 1-1 pitch, Espy pulls one foul, hooking out of play down the left field side. And so the count on Espy, 1 ball and 2 strikes. In last night's game also was the first come-from-behind win from 7 runs down this year. It's the 8th time this season the Bees have won the game in their final at bat. There's a pitch, breaking ball, just a little bit low, 2-2. Looked like John Mary flinched that right shoulder and did not bring it up. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mosley's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Dustin Mosley in the game. Don't forget that if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game, Al Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. So 2 out, nobody on base. The pitch. Down low, ball 1. A 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Gobbled up by Pavkovich. The step and the throw to first. On targeted in time to retire the side. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for Dustin Mosley. Brought to you by Keith Parton and Associates. It's just that easy. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder with the score. The Bees 2 and Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
July 13th through the 15th, world-class auto racing comes to Miller Motorsports Park with American Le Mans Series and SCCA World Challenge GT and Touring cars.
An international gathering of some of the hottest cars in the world come to Utah during the Larry H. Miller Dealership's Utah Grand Prix. 4 classes of cars, many of them worth over $1 million, will race simultaneously, testing the limits of speed, endurance, and sheer will. It's wildly fast and wildly thrilling. At all Miller Motorsports Park events, kids ages 12 and under get free general admission, and every ticket includes access to Race Team Paddock, where you can meet the racers and see their cars. You'll also enjoy the festival atmosphere on the Midway, our family fun center. Get your tickets now to the Larry H. Miller Dealership Utah Grand Prix at Miller Motorsports Park, July 13th through 15th. Call Ticketmaster at 325C or online at millermotorpark.com.
Presented in part by Big O Tires and 1320 K-Train.
To go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-1 Bees. It'll be Mike Elward, Jeff Mathis, and Darren Blakely to face left-hander Randy Kiesler. Elward, an RBI single in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Okay. Elward to lead it off against Kiesler, and the first pitch from the southpaw is a curveball high and outside, ball 1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Sacramento defensive alignment. Doug Clark, Iram Bocachica, Milton Bradley in left, center, and right. We'll give you the infield after the 1-0 pitch to Elward. Breaking ball strike on the inside corner above the knees, 1-1. Scott McLean at third, Mike Rouse at short, Andrew Beatty at second, and Nate Espy at first. A battery of Randy Kiesler pitching, John Baker catching. 1 ball, 1 strike on Elward. The pitch. Fastball chopped to the mound, knocked down by Kiesler, picks it up on the first base side of the hill, and throws to first for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who's 1 for 2. Single to center his last time up. In the world, the All-Star Futures game, U.S. against the world, the United States leads 7-4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Howie Kendrick 0 for 1 with a walk, and he's at the plate right now. First pitch to Mathis. Ripped through the hole and into left field, a base hit. His second hit of the ball game, hit number 9 for the Bees. So a runner at first base. 1 out for Darren Blakely, who singled to center field. His last time up, he's 1 for 2. So Blakely at the plate, 2-1 Bees here in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's about hit the River Cats 9-3, yet only lead by a score of 2-1. So runner at first base, 1 out. The pitch to Blakely. Broken bat grounder toward short. Up with it, Rouse. His only play to first. The throw a bad one, but Espy comes up with it on the home plate side of first and goes back to the bag for the out. As the barrel of the bat was headed right at Mike Rouse as he was trying to field the baseball. So 2 out. Mathis at first for Adam Pavkovich, who has singled and flied out in 2 plate appearances. Kendrick reached on an error, so he's 0 for 2 with a walk in that Futures game. So 2 outs. A runner at second base for Adam Pavkovich. Singled and scored in the second. Robbed of an RBI hit in the third. Swing and a miss to the curveball. Strike 1 on a diving grab by Iram Bocachica in left center field. Angels have now taken a 4-2 lead on the A's in the 6th inning. Now Kiesler's pitch. Pavkovich takes a changeup outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 2-run triple by Kendry Morales, putting the Angels out in front. Mathis, the lead at second, the left-hander ready, and the 1-1. Pavkovich takes high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Bees with a slim 2-1 lead here in the 5th. Mathis, the lead at second base. The 2-1. Breaking ball, strike, and at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-1 Bees here in the bottom of the 5th. Corey Myers is due next. Pavkovich trying to come up with a 2-out base hit here to add to the Bees' lead. Mathis, a good-sized lead at second base. Kiesler ready, and now he steps off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now the left-hander ready. The pitch. Pavkovich, protecting himself, just sits the bat out and slices it foul over the dugout at first. He was fooled on the pitch, but he was able to make contact. Tacoma has scored twice in the bottom of the 3rd to tie up Portland 2-2, and they still have the bases loaded with 1 out. Tying run, the 2 runs have scored on a bases-loaded walk and a bases-loaded hit by pitch. Now the 2-2 pitch. Pavkovich lines a base hit into left center field. Here comes Mathis around third, being waved on home by Brian Harper. It's an RBI single for Adam Pavkovich, and the Bees now lead it 3-1. Looked like that pitch was in on the hands a little bit, and Adam just tomahawked it out into left center field. So Mathis scores on the play, and it's now 3-1 Salt Lake, and the batter will be Corey Myers, who's grounded out and walked. But Pavkovich could easily be 3 for 3 with a couple of RBI, if not for that catch by Bocachica in the 3rd. Runner takes off before the pitch to throw to second base, and Pavkovich is out at second base. As it goes, Kiesler, Espy, to Beatty, caught stealing, 1-3-4. So in the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the 6th. It's now the Bees 3, Sacramento 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit.
We go to the 6th inning. The Bees now with a 2-run lead at 3-1. The top of the order due up for the River Cats. Milton Bradley, Doug Clark, and Eron Bocachica due up. Here in the top of the 6th inning, it's also time for our check to the Alpera scoreboard. Milton Bradley has struck out and grounded to third base so far in this one. Final from Des Moines, Iowa defeated Omaha 4-2. In the 8th at Oklahoma, the Red Hawks trail New Orleans 9-4. In the 8th at Memphis, the Redbirds now lead Albuquerque 8-1. Portland now in the third, trails at Tacoma 4-2. That game now to the top of the fourth. First pitch to Bradley on the way. A changeup outside at the knees, ball one. Colorado Springs leads at Fresno 2-0 in the second inning. There's a fastball, just a little bit low, ball two. 2-0 the count. Later on, Nashville is at Round Rock, and Tucson hosts Las Vegas. The 2-0 to Bradley is pulled through the right side and into right field, a base hit. That snaps Mosley's run of 7 in a row, retired. Fourth hit of the ball game for the River Cats, and that'll bring up Doug Clark. 1 for 2, reached on an infield single his last time up. In the major leagues, Mark Loretto with a 2-out, 2-run single in the 11th. The Red Sox now lead the White Sox 5-3. Jonathan Papelbon with his third blown save of the year as Jermaine Dye homered with 2 outs of the ninth to tie it up for Chicago. First pitch to Clark. Fastball high, snap throw to first, and Bradley's back in standing. 1-0 the count on Clark. Toronto walloped the Royals in Kansas City 11-3 as Roy Halladay goes to 12-2 now for the Blue Jays. At Oakland in the 6th, the Angels lead the A's 4-2. Throw to first, the runner back. Detroit and Seattle tied 2-2 in the 7th at Safeco. Baglier Ordonez with his 16th homer for the Tigers. Throw to first, and they've got Bradley picked off. He forgot where he was and never moved. Leading off from 10 feet, he wasn't paying attention to Dustin Mosley. And even without that, Mosley with a pretty good move over to first base. So now 1 out, the 1-0. Clark bunts, a fair ball, third base side, and that's going to be a base hit for Clark. And so that pickoff, a big one, as now there's a runner at first, 1 out. For Mosley, that is his staff leading 7th pickoff of a runner at first base this year, and that was probably his easiest one. So Clark 2 for 3, and that'll bring up Iram Bocachica. Homered in the first, bounced to the pitcher Mosley in the third. Baltimore a winner at Cleveland 5-4. The Yankees fall at Tampa Bay 6-5. Throw to first, and this one gets away and goes to the bullpen. On to second base, Clark takes the turn and holds there. So a throwing error on Mosley. These pitchers have committed several throwing errors this year, probably more than several, on pickoff moves to first base. For Mosley, that is his 6th. So he's picked off 7, but he's thrown 6 away. So now a runner at second base, 1 out. Bocachica the batter. The pitch, foul, back to the screen, strike 1. Texas beat Minnesota 5-2. National League, the Cubs over the Brewers in Milwaukee 11-4. Bottom of the 8th in Denver, Arizona leads Colorado 8-5. Taylorsville's Brandon Lyon coming into pitch for the Diamondbacks. 1 strike on Bocachica. Clark the lead at second base, the pitch. Breaking ball low, 1-1 the count. Bottom of the 5th in Los Angeles, the Dodgers lead the Giants 2-1. St. Louis at Houston later. Finals, Atlanta top Cincinnati 8-3. Padres score 4 in the 9th to beat Washington 10-9. The 1-1 pitch. Bocachica leans out of the way of an inside fastball. 2-1 the count. Marlins led the Mets 5-3, but New York scored 4 runs in the 8th to go on to a 7-6 win, and Phillies topped Pittsburgh 8-3. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate through the legs of the catcher Mathis back to the screen. And so the count on Bocachica is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scott McLean due next. A runner at second base, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, the Bees leading 3-1. And Clark with a 1-out bunt single, taking second on a throwing error by the pitcher Mosley on a pickoff move. The 2-2, fouled out of play, back up towards one of the sweeps and out. So the count remains 2-2 on Bocachica. right-handed batter. And he has 5 hits and 11 at-bats in this series, all for extra bases. The 2-2 pitch, and that's pulled into left field for a base hit. Clark will be waved on in from third. Blakely's throw dropped by Myers, the cutoff man, and that allows Boca Chica second base. If Myers holds on to the cutoff throw, they've got Boca Chica dead to rights at second base. It'll be an RBI single for Iram Boca Chica. He'll take second on the throw, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. As of right now, the run is unearned, but that could change. Here's Scott McLean, 1 for 2. Doubled and struck out in 2 plate appearances. So now the Bees lead down to 1 with a tying run at second base and 1 out for Scott McLean. The pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate. Strike 1. So 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swinging a ground foul at the third base side. And so the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 the score in favor of the Bees as the River Cats get the run back that the Bee has scored in the bottom of the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Swinging another ground foul at the third base side. Still 0-2. And the River Cats trying to salvage the final game of the series. The Bees trying to convert a 3-game series sweep, which would be their second sweep of the year. Now the 0-2 pitch to McLean. Bird ball into the dirt. Snap throw to second base is high and off the glove of Paskovich into center field. And Boca Chica will get up and go to third. Second error of the inning by the Bees. So the count 1-2 on McLean, and now the tying run is just 90 feet away. The infield now drawn in all the way around. This is where Mosley could use his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Now, time called as Mosley steps off. He's not faring well at all defensively this year. That was their 91st error. The 1-2 pitch, a fastball high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Mosley nods in agreement with his sign from Mathis. The pitch, swing, a little tap up the third base side foul. Still 2-2. Bees with 91 errors. That is currently the second most in the Pacific Coast League. Only Omaha with 94 has committed more. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tying run at third, 1 out. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third, knocked down by Myers, picks it up, throws to first in time to get McLean, holding Boca Chica at third base. 2 out. That'll bring up Andrew Beatty, who's walked and fly to left field. There's a difference in styles. The Oakland style, a little more conservative. The Angels, 99.9% of the time, have the contact play on, where the runner at third goes on contact with the runner at third and 1 out. So now the infield can drop back. 2 outs. Mosley's pitch. Swinging a foul off the shin guard of the catcher, Mathis. Strike 1. Again, no error on the play, but on the single by Boca Chica that drove home the run, he was hung out to dry between first and second. If Corey Myers, the cutoff man, hangs onto the cutoff, but he does not, it trickles away, allowing Boca Chica second. Then he moves to third on the errant pickoff throw. And the fastball's in for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Beatty. Mosley trying to get out of this with the pitch. High ball 1-1-2 with a lead intact. Boca Chica at third, 2 out. 3-2 Bees here in the top of the 6th inning. John Baker, the catcher, is due next. The pitch lined into right field, and the game is tied as Andrew Beatty took a hanger and pulled it into right field, and so we're all tied up at 3-3 as the shaky defense here in the 6th cost the Bees the lead. So now a tie game at 3. Beatty, with his 20th RBI of the year, is 6th against Salt Lake. And Baker, the batter, in a 3-3 game. Now the right-hander Mosley ready to throw to first base. And Beatty is back. So 2 outs, a runner at first, 2 runs in for the River Cats. Now Mosley ready, the pitch. High and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 2 runs on 4 hits in this inning, and it could have been worse if not for the pickoff of Bradley early in the inning. The 1-0 pitch. Change up, high and outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Activity in the Bees bullpen as Matt Hensley is up. Catcher Jeff Mathis out to talk things over with Mosley. 2 balls, no strikes. A 3-3 game here in the 6th. Baker, so far in the ball game, has grounded out the second and taken a called 3rd strike. Mosley stares in, gets his sign, the 2-0 delivery. Swinging a ground ball past the diving Elward and past Paskovich into right. Rounding second and heading for third is Beatty on the seeing eye ground ball by John Baker. So an inning that could have been over with a ways ago. Now the go-ahead runs at third. Another man at first with 2 out for Mike Rouse, who's grounded out twice. And now pitching coach Charles Nagy goes to the mound to talk things over with Mosley. So the Bees started the inning up 2, but 5 hits and 2 errors have led to 2 runs. So Beatty at third, the go-ahead run. Baker over at first for Mike Rouse. So the meeting on the hill has adjourned as Nagy heads back to the Bees dugout. A 3-3 game here in the 6th as Matt Hensley starts to loosen up in the Salt Lake bullpen. Now Mosley waiting for Rouse to step into the batter's box. 2 out, 2 on. Mosley ready, the pitch. Swing and a foul into the glove of the catcher Mathis for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. The outfield straight away, the infield back with Elward holding the runner at first. Mosley from the belt, the 0-1. High and inside, leans Rouse back out of the way, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Top of the 6th inning, Rouse steps out of the batter's box. Now standing back in. The left-handed batter awaits. Mosley ready. From the stretch, the 1-1. Into the dirt, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Rouse. Hensley heating up quickly. One way or the other, this could be Mosley's last batter faced. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Now the pitch. Fastball high and outside. It's 3-1. And a wide one here loads the bases for Espy. 3 balls, 1 strike. Beatty stepping off a lead at third base. Baker at first, the 3-1. Pulled on the ground, fair over the bag at first and down the right field line. In to score Beatty. Baker to third. He's being waved on in as Speedo's throw to the plate, and he is going to be safe. It's a 2-run double for Mike Rouse, and it's now 5-3 Sacramento. That ball looked like it was foul by at least 6 inches. But that's going to be all for Dustin Mosley as the Bees give up 4 here in the 6th. A new pitcher, Matt Hensley, coming on. We'll tell you all about him after this 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
On goodbye, throw. Here's a swing and a high fly ball going deep to left. What they do it? Back to the wall goes Berra. It is over the fence. Home run. The Pirates win.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey. One place, so many possibilities.
So Matt Hensley comes on for his 4th appearance since rejoining the Bees. In 3 2/3 innings, he's given up 2 hits, 1 run earned. He has struck out 3, walked 2. Hensley 1-1 with a 2.45 earned run average. The PCL batting .154 against Matt. He'll inherit a runner at second base with 2 out. An inning that would probably find Mosley all 4 runs are earned, but it's an inning that he could have gotten away with maybe only 1 run scoring, if not for a couple of errors in the inning. And more importantly, a play in which no error was called, in which they could have had Boca Chica trapped between first and second after his RBI single. Can't close the books on Mosley. He's responsible for the runner at second base. So here's Hensley to face Nate Espy, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. The first base umpire, Todd Titchener, got turned around on that play and called a foul ball fair. And I also saw something on that play I've never seen before. I'll tell you about it after the pitch. And it's a ball, 1-0. For Sacramento, the interim manager, Juan Navarrete, was in a very unusual spot for that play. We'll tell you after the 1-0 pitch to Espy. Lined into right center field. That's up the alley and rolling all the way to the wall. Rounding third and heading for home is Rouse, and into second base is Espy with an RBI double. And it's now 7-2 Sacramento. Make that 6-2 Sacramento. Let's try it again. 6-3 in favor of the River Cats. There are more lights out on that board than a Christmas tree in March. But on that one play in which the go-ahead runs were scored, Navarrete was, instead of up by third base, he was literally 15, 20 feet away from home plate and signaling safe at the plate before the umpire did. Now the pitch to Jimenez from Hensley. High and outside, a ball. 1-0 the count, so the line on Mosley, 5 2/3 innings. 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So a 5-run inning, and the River Cats take a 6-3 lead here in the 6th. The 1-0 pitch to Jimenez. Low for a ball, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 6-3, Sacramento here in the 6th. Hensley, the 2-0 delivery. Up high, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Red Sox scored 2 in the top of the 11th at Chicago. The White Sox got 2 back in the bottom half. They're going to the 12th, all tied at 5. Three balls, no strikes the count on Jimenez. SB the lead at second base. Now Hensley's pitch. Low, ball 4. So Matt struggled since coming on, giving up the RBI double and the walk. So runners at first and second base, still 2 out, and we go to the top of the order, and Milton Bradley, who's being pinch hit for here. Bradley done for the day after being picked off at first base. And so Jason Perry takes over. So Perry batting for Bradley here. And will likely stay in the game and play right field. So 2 on, 2 out. Hensley's pitch. Down the middle of strike. And the count's 0-1. Perry, the 10th man to come to bat in the inning for Sacramento. 0 for 3 in this series, batting .255 on the year. Hensley, the 0-1. Low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Perry with 9 doubles, 1 triple, 5 homers, 25 runs batted in. So 2 on, 2 out, and 5 in for the River Cats here in the 6th. Now the pitch. Fastball a little bit low. Didn't miss by much, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Activity now in the Bees bullpen. The right-hander, Marcus Gwynn, is up. Now the 2-1 pitch to Perry. Swung and a chopper over the mound. Up with it, the shortstop Smith to his left. Has it and throws to first to retire the side. 5-run score on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners were left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th at Sacramento 6, the Bees 3 on ESPN 1230.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about 1.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
We go down to the bottom of the sixth inning, 6-3 now. Sacramento with their first lead since the first inning. Randy Kiesler, the beneficiary of the offensive outburst, helped out by a couple of errors by the Bees. It'll be Corey Myers, Jason Espedo, and Reggie Willits. Hits are now even at 10 apiece. Corey Myers 0 for 1 with a walk. Now Kiesler's pitch. Myers takes a strike on the outside corner at the knee, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Activity now in the River Cats bullpen with the right-hander up. No balls, 1 strike the count on Corey Myers. The pitch. Fastball on the inside corner at the belt, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Right-hander Michael Mitchell up in the River Cats bullpen. Now the 0-2 to Myers. Swing and a foul tip hung on to by Baker for the strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for the Bees in this game. That'll bring up Jason Espedo, an RBI single in the second. Popped up to the second baseman Beatty in the fourth. So nobody on, 1 out. The pitch from Kiesler. Espedo swings and misses at a fastball, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Kiesler into his motion, the pitch. Sinker low, 1-1 the count. Be on the lookout if the Bees take the lead back. With the Geico Insurance run of the game, the first time after the 5th inning, the Bees score a run to add to a lead. Geico Insurance donates $25 to the Air Force Fund. 1-1 to Espedo, a fastball inside, 2-1 the count. Call your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far this season, there have been 39 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $975. There's a pitch outside and high, a ball. 3-1 the count on Espedo. Although Kiesler not particularly enthralled with the call. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Espedo. Kiesler delivers. Swing and a miss. That fills the count at 3-2. 6-3 River Cats were in the 6th. Now the left-hander Kiesler ready. Gets his sign from the catcher Baker. The windup and the 3-2 payoff pitch. High and inside, he walked him. Second walk issued by Kiesler in the game, and so the Bees now have a runner at first base with 1 out for Reggie Willits, who's 3 for 3. A single to right, an infield single, and a base hit to left. So 3 hits for Willits. For Reggie, it's his 5th game of at least 3 hits. He's had 1 4-game hit this year. So 1 on, 1 out for the Bees here in the 6th inning. Kiesler's pitch to Reggie. Fastball inside corner, belt high for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Infield double play depth behind Kiesler. The southpaw ready in the 0-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner at the knees. Reggie not particularly enthralled with that one as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Kiesler now at 5 1/3 innings. He has gone as many as 7 innings this year. Now the 0-2. Fastball inside off the glove of the catcher Baker. And bouncing back in front of home plate, so Espedo holds at first base. 1-2 the count on Reggie Willits with Casey Smith due next. One and two the count. Now Kiesler ready, the pitch to Reggie. Into the dirt, gets away from Baker as it crawls up the third baseline, and Espedo takes second on a wild pitch. Kiesler's second of the game, and he came into this contest having not thrown one this year in 49 2/3 innings. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Bees with a runner in scoring position as they try to chip away at this 6-3 Sacramento lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Espedo, the lead at second base, the pitch. Into the dirt again, and it skips away from the catcher, Baker. On to third goes Jason Espedo, and the count on Willits is now full at 3-2. So now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Casey Smith due next. That one's actually being ruled a pass ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kiesler will work from the windup now. The 3-2 payoff pitch, and Willits takes high, ball 4. So now the Bees have runners at the corners. 1 out for Casey Smith, who's 0 for 3. Took a call, third strike his last time up. Reggie second the league in walks drawn with 60 now as Rick Rodriguez, the Sacramento pitching coach, heads out to the mound. Angels leading Oakland now 4-2 heading into the 9th inning. Angels trying to pull to within 2 games of the lead at the All-Star break. And the way the Halos floundered early in the season, that would be a huge lift, I would think, to that team heading into the unofficial second half of the season. So Espedo at third, Willits at first with 1 out. Smith hit the ball hard in the second inning, but right on a line at the third baseman, McLean. The infield double play depth behind Kiesler here. The first pitch to Casey. Inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Smith with Curtis Pride due next. He's trying to answer back after the River Cats scored 5 in the top of the inning to go up 6-3. Now Kiesler ready. The 1-0. Smith chops one foul off the fencing in front of the third base dugout, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Casey Smith, 0 for 3 today, 2 for 13 in the series, but had 3 big RBI last night. Now the 1-1. Willits breaks for second too soon. The throw to second base, and Reggie is out, and he can't believe it. And Brian Harper's going to go out to argue. He left too soon. Looked like he got in under the tag at second base, but that's twice in this game, once against the Bees and once against Sacramento, that Jake Uhlenhoff has just based it on the throw and not on the tag. McLean was safe at third earlier, and Willits was safe at second base there. This guy's been horrible the last 2 days. How he got promoted to AAA, I'm not sure. It'll go as a caught stealing, 1-3-6. And so now a runner at third, 2 out, and a 1-1 pitch. Again, McLean was safe earlier for Sacramento, and Reggie was in under the tag on that one. Now the 1-1 pitch to Smith. Up high, ball 2, 2-1 the count. The tag was on the shoulder, and the foot was on the bag. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, 2-2. Had a horrible strike zone in yesterday's game that was unfair to pitchers on both teams. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Broken back rounder through the left side and into left field, a base hit. Espedo scores on the RBI single for Casey Smith, and it's now a 6-4 ball game. Pieces of baseball bat all over the place. That must be a maple bat. Brian Harper explained to me that maple bats shattered. Ash bats just break into chunks. 2 halves. So now it's 6-4. And the batter will be Curtis Pride. That's the only reason maybe that Kiesler is still in the ball game, is to face the left-handed hitting Curtis Pride. So Casey Smith drives in his 36th run. That's twice as many as he had driven in last year, and he's played at this point 27 fewer games. So runner at first base, 2 outs. Kiesler ready. And the pitch to Pride. Again, the runner leaves too soon. The throw to second base and out there. That'll again be a caught stealing 1-3-6 as the Bees run themselves out of an inning. That's the third such pickoff by Kiesler in this game. 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We go to the 7th. It's Sacramento 6, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
There was. See, that's her.
Who's that, my mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You lost lots of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny pants.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
All right, we go to the 7th inning. It's Sacramento 6 and the Bees 4. It'll be Doug Clark, Eron Boca Chica, and Scott McLean. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up in the Sacramento batting order to face right-hander Matt Hensley. Time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary for Sacramento. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Bees 4 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Sacramento 1 in the first, 5 in the 6th. The Bees 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Sacramento has left 4 runners on base. The Bees have stranded 7. They've had 3 runners picked off, leaving too soon on Kiesler's move. First pitch to Clark. Swinging a high, towering fly ball left center field. Reggie Willits camped underneath it, and he'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th. Brings up Eron Boca Chica, who's 2 for 3 with a homer and an RBI single. So 2 runs batted in for Boca Chica and 2 runs scored. The B 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. 6-4 River Cats were in the 7th. First pitch to Boca Chica from Hensley is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Angels and A's going to the bottom of the 9th. Angels leading 4-2, trying to make it 3 out of 4 over Oakland in that series. There's a pitch high, ball 2, 2-0, and the A's only win coming on a game-ending home run by Frank Thomas in the bottom of the 9th on Thursday night. But still, 3 outs to get for the Angels. 2-0 the count on Boca Chica. 1 out, base is empty. Hensley's pitch. Breaking ball just a little bit low, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Now Hensley ready, the 3-0 pitch. Inside, spins Boca Chica around on ball 4. Second walk issued by Hensley since coming in. The third given out by Bees pitching in the ball game. So 1 on, 1 out, and Scott McLean, the batter, bounced out to third his last time up. Hensley kicking at the dirt to the front edge of the mound as the right-hander is now up in the River Cats bullpen. Outfield, deep and around towards left for McLean. Now activity again up in the Bees bullpen. The pitch to McLean, a breaking ball high, ball one. That's 5 in a row, delivered out of the strike zone by Matt. Marcus Gwynn back up for the Bees. 1-0 the count. Now Hensley ready to throw to first, and Boca Chica is back. 1-0 the count. Infield double play, depth behind Hensley. Matt ready, the 1-0. Off speed and over for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. These in the bottom of the 7th inning will have Pride, Elward, and Mathis, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, due up. One ball, 1 strike on McLean as Hensley turns and throws to first, and the runner's back. 1-1 the count. He's trailing by 2 at 6-4. Trying to overcome that 5-run sixth for the River Cats. The 1-1 pitch. McLean swings and he pops it up foul. First base side. Elward, will he have room? Near the railing, does, and he makes the catch for the out. 2 away. Boca Chica holds at first base. 2 down. That'll bring up Andrew Beatty, who's 1 for 2. An RBI single and a run scored in that big 6th inning. So 2 outs, a runner at first base. Beatty has also walked and flied to left field. 2 outs, a runner at first base. Hensley ready. First pitch to Beatty. Pitch out, but the runner's not going. Ball 1. Boca Chica started towards first, but put the brakes on. I don't know if it was a fake to begin with or if he maybe smelled the pitch out there, but either way, he's still at first base. Tough out to get. He's 10 out of 11 in the stolen base department this year. Throw to first again, and he's back in, standing up. 1-0 the count on Beatty. Now Hensley ready, and again the throw to first. And again, Boca Chica is back. Again, the River Cats trying to salvage the final game of the series. The Bees trying to complete the sweep. Now Hensley ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Beatty. The runner takes off, the step off, and now they've got him hung up. Hensley running right at him. Now flipping to Elward, who applies the tag for the out. And now Navarrete, the interim manager of Sacramento, arguing a balk, but he stepped off the rubber. He did step off the rubber. So that'll be a caught stealing. 1-3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. We go to the bottom of the 7th at Sacramento 6, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What's he talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's just now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm locked in.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. Or while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
Paulie
Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Now more Salt Lake Beef baseball on ESPN 1230 AM. Here's Steve Klauke.
We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. 6-4 the score in favor of Sacramento, and now Michael Mitchell, the right-hander, just up from Class A Stockton, comes on to pitch. He made his AAA debut here the other night. First batter he faced was Howie Kendrick. Gave up an RBI single to him, but then settled down and pitched an inning and a third scoreless. One strikeout, no walks. So Curtis Pride, Mike Elward, and Jeff Mathis to face. Michael Mitchell, 6'2", 185. In his third professional season. Kiesler goes 6 innings. Gives up 11 hits. 4 runs. They were all earned. Struck out 4, walked 3. And threw 2 wild pitches after not having had any coming into this game all season long. So here's Curtis Pride, who was at the plate when Casey Smith was picked off to end the 6th inning. First pitch on the way. Low, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to count on Curtis. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Bees trailing by 2. Now the pitch. Down low, 2-0. Up in Tacoma. The Rainiers in the 6th, leading Portland 6-4. Angels beat Oakland 4-2, so the Halos only 2 out in the division. The 2-0 pitch is grounded sharply toward short. Handled on the knee-high bounce by Rouse, and that's the throw to first for the out. And Curtis on a 2-0 pitch ahead in the count. Swings at it and grounds out to short. That'll bring up Mike Elward, who singled in a run in the first. Struck out swinging in the third. Bounced back to the mound in the 5th. So 1 out, nobody on. So Elward at the plate against Mitchell, who delivers. And Elward takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Left-hander now up in the Sacramento bullpen as Mitchell deals. Swinging a foul off to the left into the upper deck, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Elward out of the batter's box momentarily and now back in. Now Mitchell winds the 2-strike pitch. Swinging a high bouncing ball. McLean to his left, flags it down, sets and throws to first on target and in time. And it's 2 up, 2 down. So the youngster Mitchell has been tough on the Bees so far in his AAA debut this weekend. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and 1 run scored. Gwynn back up in the Bees bullpen, so we'll likely see him come in to start the 8th inning. First pitch to Mathis. A little bit low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now Mitchell ready, the pitch. Mathis swings and loops one to center field, but Bocachica jogging in is there, and he'll make the catch, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Bees in the 7th as we head to the 8th. It's Sacramento 6, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Thank you for calling for your risk-free trial of Proactive Solution.
Yeah, what's the catch?
Excuse me?
Your ad says I can try Proactive Solution risk-free and it'll make my acne disappear. It sounds a little too good to be true.
No catch. We're so sure that Proactive Solution will give you beautiful, healthy-looking skin that we're going to let you try it risk-free, just to prove it.
Okay, but I've tried a lot of different things for acne before, and they always make my skin itchy and flaky.
Well, that's why Proactive uses soothing spa-quality botanicals along with prescription-grade acne medicine, so it will heal, hydrate, and soothe your skin while eliminating bumps and redness. But there is one thing I didn't mention.
A catch, right?
Just for calling today, we're also going to give you a free refining face mask with your risk-free trial.
Wow, it's free?
To get your risk-free trial of Proactive Solution and free refining face mask, call 1-800-508-0422. For your risk-free trial, call 1-800-508-0422. That's 1-800-508-0422.
Finally go to the 8th inning. And the Bees right now trailing by a score of 6-4 as former River Cat Marcus Gwynn comes on to pitch now for the Bees here in the 8th inning. And for Gwynn, this will be his 31st appearance of the year. In 39 innings, he's given up 41 hits, 25 runs, 20 of them earned. Struck out 28, walked 21. Gwynn 1-1 with a 4.62 earned run average. PCL batting .263 and against right-hander Marcus Gwynn. Matt Hensley goes an inning and a third. 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. So Andrew Beatty, John Baker, Mike Rouse will be at the plate to face Marcus Gwynn. 6-4 the score in favor of the River Cats as we start the 8th inning. Gwynn's first appearance in this series, he faced the River Cats a total of 3 times this year. First pitch is low, ball 1. Got the win over the River Cats here on June 24th. 2 scoreless innings in 2 outings. July 2nd and 3rd in Sacramento. A 1-0 pitch to Beatty. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Bees in the bottom of the 8th will have Blakely, Pavkovich, and Myers due up. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Beatty as Gwynn delivers. That one sails all the way back to the screen on the fly, 2-1. So Irvin Santana gets the win for the Angels in that game. Now 10-3. Again, the Angels now only 2 back of Oakland in the American League West. The 2-1 to Beatty. Fastball in at the knees, a strike, and it's 2-2. And now Beatty questioning the call from home plate umpire John Mary. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Gwynn ready. And the right-hander's 2-2 to Beatty. Breaking ball low, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Howie Kendrick out of that Futures game. He went 0 for 2 with a walk. Also reached base on an error. 3-2 pitch to Beatty. Low, he walked him. So Gwynn walks the first batter faced here in the 8th inning, and that'll bring up John Baker, who's 1 for 3. Single to right and scored in the 6th inning. So runner at first base. Nobody out here in the 8th inning. Runner at first base. Beatty, 2 out of 4 in the stolen base department this year. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. Now Gwynn's pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. So Marcus Gwynn coming out of the bullpen and struggling with his control. There's a pitch, and that misses, ball 3. Walked the first batter face, and now 3-0 on this one. He's trying to hold on and give themselves an opportunity to come back as they trailed by 2. There's a pitch that misses low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to open the 8th inning, and that'll bring Charles Nagy, the pitching coach, to the mound for a visit. With Mike Rouse, the batter, he doubled in 2 runs in the 6th inning and later scored. So Mark is painting himself into a corner here with back-to-back walks. Up in Tacoma, it's still a 6-4 ball game. Tacoma out in front of Portland in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Elworth, the first baseman, also in with a word for Gwynn, rather. And now Elworth with a sign as quickly activity begins to stir in the Bees bullpen. As Chris Butchek gets up. Pickoff throw to second base, and back in with a head first slide is Beatty. Just a lob in there by Gwynn. Once again, Elward with a quick word for Marcus before he delivers the sign on what they'll do in case of a bunt here. Myers in at third. Elward even with a bag at first. Now Gwynn comes set. And the first pitch to Rouse. No sign of a bunt as he takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Nate Espy, the first baseman, due next. These could use a double play ball right here. 0-1 the count on Rouse. Now Gwynn from the belt ready, the 1-strike pitch. He bunts out in front of the plate. The pitcher, Gwynn's only play, will be to first in time for the out. Elward taking the toss, but a successful sacrifice by Rouse moves Beatty to third and Baker to second. 1 out for Nate Espy, who doubled in the 5th and final run of that big 6th inning for the River Cats. Now the infield is drawn in all the way around with that runners at second and third situation. Espy, the batter, facing Marcus for the first time this year. First pitch from Gwynn, and it's low, ball 1. Portland with a run in the top of the 7th. It's now Tacoma 6. And the Beavers 5. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Espy. Gwynn from the belt ready, the 1-0. Off speed, and it just missed. Not sure where, and the umpires in the green seats are voicing their displeasure. So 2 balls, no strikes on SB with the pesky D'Angelo Jimenez on deck. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back into the upper deck. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on SB. Beatty at third, Baker at second. 1 out, 6-4 River Cats here in the 8th inning. Looking to pad their lead. Now Gwynn ready, and the 2-1 pitch to SB. Swing and a foul back to the base of the screen, and the count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boston did not score in the top of the 13th, tied with Chicago at 5-5 in the American League. Both teams have a chance to gain. The Red Sox to add a game to their lead over the Yankees, who falls to Tampa Bay. Chicago trying to pull to within 2 of first place Detroit as the Tigers lost at Seattle 3-2. Gwynn from the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Marcus Gwynn. His first, the 6th for Bees pitching in the ball game. 2 outs now, and that'll bring up D'Angelo Jimenez, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Jimenez 0 for 1 against Gwynn this year. So runners at second and third, 2 outs. Here in the 8th. Gwynn ready, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner just under the bell, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The infield back, the outfield playing Jimenez to get around late towards left. No balls, 1 strike. Now Gwynn ready. The 0-1. Low for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mathis has to be alert behind the plate. Gwynn already with a career high and a franchise record tying high, 13 wild pitches this year. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss on 1-2. Out in front of that off-speed delivery. So the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on D'Angelo Jimenez. Chris Buchek throwing in the Bees bullpen. The Sacramento pen is quiet. 1-2 the count on Jimenez. First 2 batters in the inning walked. They were bunted to second and third. SB struck out. And now the 1-2 pitch to Jimenez. Low and inside. A slider, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the Bees in the bottom of the 8th will have Blakely, Pavkovich, and Myers due up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup. He struck him out, and Gwynn works out of a jam here in the 8th. No runs, no hits, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Sacramento 6, the Bees 4 on ESPN 1230.
Strike 3. A no-hitter, a perfect game for Don Larson. Yogi Berra looks out there. He leaps Bob Larson, and he's swamped by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
A top Utah testing and inspection company is seeking certified qualified construction inspectors as well as veteran trade people. Consolidated Engineering Laboratories, CEL, is hiring building inspectors as well as opportunities for on-the-job training. If you already hold a W8QTC, ACI, ICC, AWS certification, and or are a seasoned soils technician, CEL is ready to provide you with a fantastic union job with great benefits paid by CEL. If your background is in construction and you're interested in inspection, you could be a candidate for CEL's on-the-job training program. Take advantage of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become a building inspector. Call 972-8200. That's 972-8200. Or email your resume to charlie@ce-labs.com to secure your place in the building inspection trade. Consolidated Engineering Laboratories is signatory to the Operating Engineers Local 3 and is an equal opportunity employer. Call now at 972-8200 or email your resume to charlie@ce-labs.com.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Bees trailing by a score of 6-4. It'll be Darren Blakely, Adam Pavkovich, and Corey Myers, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up to face right-hander Michael Mitchell, who retired all 3 batters he faced in the 7th inning. Once again, left-hander warming up in the bullpen. I believe that's Mark Watson, the former Stinger, throwing in the pen for Sacramento. So Blakely will bat left-handed against the right-hander Michael Mitchell. Blakely flied to left, single to center field, and grounded to short. Six runs, 10 hits for the River Cats, 4 runs, 11 hits for the Bees, who have committed the only 2 errors charged in this game. So Darren Blakely at the plate, trying to get something started for the Bees here in the 8th as they trail by 2. Now Mitchell ready to go. The first pitch to Blakely. Low and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Darren. McLean in and even with the bag at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss to the pitch in the dirt. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boston and Chicago are headed to the 14th inning. All tied at 5. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Blakely. Just like this series, Boston trying for the sweep. The White Sox trying to salvage the final game. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Blakely fouls it back, 1-2. Again, the Angels beat the A's 4-2. They pulled within 2 games of the A's in the American League West. Jose Molina homered. Kendry Morales broke a 2-2 tie with a 2-run triple in the 6th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on an off-speed pitch. 1 out here in the 8th. That'll bring up Adam Pavkovich, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI single. His last time up. Angels going 6-1 on the road trip heading into the All-Star break. Just their 2nd winning road trip of the season. Angels haven't been this close 2 games back since May the 1st. First pitch to Pavkovich. Down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Adam. Mitchell, since coming in, has retired all 4 batters he's faced. The 1-0 pitch inside at the knees, 2-0. But the Bees in a position where they only need 1 batter to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Mitchell deals. Swing and a foul. Back out of play. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the Bees right now lead the season series over the River Cats. 7-4. A win today obviously then clinches a share of the season series. The 2-1. High and inside, 3-1 to Pavkovich. That's what happened last year. The 2 teams split the 16-game series. Last year, though, the Bees, known as the Stingers then, won 5 out of 3 in Sacramento. The River Cats won 5 out of 3 here. 3-1 pitch to Pavkovich. Swung on and a deep drive to left. Clark going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. A home run for Adam Pavkovich, his 8th of the year. And now we have ourselves a 1-run game at 6-5. That's his 29th run batted in. And so Pavkovich pulling the Bees to within 1, and it brings up Corey Myers, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. For Pavkovich's 8th home run, that equals his number of home runs in 106 games for the Stingers last year. This is his 59th game this season. So now here's Myers as the Bees are within 1. The pitch into the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count. McLean back and guarding the line at third against Myers, opening up that left side of the infield a bit. The pitch. Swinging a tap towards McLean. Handles the shoulder high bounce and throws to first in plenty of time for the out. 2 down. That'll bring up Jason Espedo, and he's not going to get a chance to face the right-hander Mitchell, as they're going to bring the lefty Watson in to face the left-handed hitting Jason Espedo. So we'll give you the numbers on the new Sacramento pitcher right after this. 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union, your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
So left-hander Mark Watson comes on, and for Watson, this is just his 5th appearance as a River Cat in 2 2/3 innings. He's given up 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's made 3 of those appearances against the Bees. No runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks in 1 inning of work. So he'll face left-handed hitting Jason Espedo, as the Bees on the home run by Pavkovich pulled to within a run at 6-5. And for Adam, that is his 8th home run of the season. So it pulls the Bees to within 1. Mitchell then gets Myers to ground out, and now the lefty Watson into face the left-handed hitting Jason Espedo. So far, looking at the numbers, Watson has not faced Espedo so far this year. So 2 out, nobody on, a run in. And here is Espedo hit that big 3-run home run last night in the 8th inning that tied the game up. Nobody on base, but it only takes 1 swing to tie it up here. Facing the lefty Watson, though, in the first pitch to Espedo. Curve ball, strike, and it's 0-1. Watson ahead of the hitter. Michael Mitchell, an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout, no walks. 0-1 the count on Espedo. The pitch. Swung on, lofted in the air towards right. Going back, Perry. It's up there. It's out there. He leaps at the wall, and it's gone! Jason Espedo's done it again. He's tied the game with a home run in the 8th. just clearing the barrier in right. Jason Perry leaped for it but could not bring it back. And this game is all tied up at 6-6. Jason Espedo, no home runs in his first 15 games in a Salt Lake uniform. Now has hit them in back-to-back games. So the game is tied, and here's Reggie Willits. Willits 3 for 3 plus a walk. And he takes high, ball one. The River Cats will have the top of their order due up in the ninth inning. Now the 1-0 to Reggie. Breaking ball high, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 6-6 game now. Here in the 8th, a pair of solo home runs by Pavkovich and Espedo to tie it up. The 2-0 to Willits is in for a strike, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Willits waving that bat out over the plate. The pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Reggie with Casey Smith due next. Al Watson ready, the pitch. Outside corner at the knees is strike. And the fans once again voicing their displeasure. Three balls, 2 strikes. Watson's pitch. Swinging a foul, first base side, up onto the roof. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Reggie Willits, 3 singles and a walk so far in this game. Now Watson ready, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swinging a tap foul at home plate to the left of the platter, and so Willits stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Up in Tacoma, they're in the top of the 8th. The Rainiers 6, the Beavers 5. 3-2 the count on Reggie Willits. Now Watson ready. Again the payoff pitch to the plate. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left. Clark back, waits for it, and makes the catch to retire the side. But the Bees tie the game. 2 runs, 2 hits. Solo homers by Pavkovich and Espedo. Nobody left on base. As we go to the 9th, all tied up now. It's the Bees 6 and Sacramento 6 on ESPN 1230.
Fajita. Introducing Papa John's new sizzling fajita pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large sizzling fajita pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. the old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
So Chris Buchek now on the pitch for the Bees here in the ninth inning. What is now a 6-6 game. Buchek making his 25th appearance of the year, his 20th out of the bullpen in 42 innings. He's given up 59 hits, 40 runs, 35 of them earned. He has struck out 21, walked 23. He's 2-2 with a 7.50 earned run average. The PCL batting .343 against Buchek. Jason Perry 0 for 1 since coming in. Takes a fastball strike in at the knees, 0-1. The no balls, one strike the count on Perry with Clark and Boca Chica to follow. The 0-1 to Perry. Inside with a slider, 1-1 the count. Bees will have Casey Smith, Curtis Pride, and Mike Elward due up in the bottom of the ninth. Outfield shaded towards left as Buchek deals the 1-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the belt, 1-2. Bees with Blakely, Willits, and Espedo in left, center, and right. Myers, Smith, Pavkovich, and Elward, the infield third to first. A battery of Buchek pitching. Mathis catching. The 1-2 to Perry. Swinging a ground foul up the first base side. Still 1-2. A 6-6 game after Pavkovich and Espedo hit solo homers in the bottom of the eighth to tie the game up. 1-2 the count on Jason Perry as Buchek delivers. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. 8th strikeout for Bees pitching in the ball game. 1 out. That'll bring up Doug Clark, who's 2 for 4 with a pair of infield singles. One of them a bunt base hit back in the 6th inning. That led to a run. So here's Clark, who flied to center field his last time up. So 1 out, nobody on base as Buchek delivers. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Myers in on the edge of the grass at third as Buchek delivers the 0-1. Just a little bit outside at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 runs, 13 hits for the Bees. 6 runs, 10 hits for the River Cats. The 1-1 to Clark. Fastball held high on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hiram Boca Chica on deck. Time call just before Buchek starts his motion for the pitch. Last night, the Bees came from behind by 7 runs. Today, it was a 3-run deficit, 6-3 after 5.5. Now Buchek ready, the 1-2 to Clark. Swung on and sliced foul over the roof and onto 13th out down the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains on Buchek. Now Chris ready. Looks in, gets his sign from Mathis. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a chopper towards first. Scooped up by Elward. He'll take it 3 steps to the back for the out. Scooped it up off the short hop while coming in for that ball. And so 2 out, but the dangerous Hiram Boca Chica is up. Homered in the first. Bounced out to the mound in the third. Singled in a run and scored in the 6th. Then walked in the 7th inning. He has 6 hits in this series in just 12 at-bats. So 2 outs. Nobody on base. The pitch. Swing and a 2-hopper to second. Handled flawlessly by Pavkovich. The throw to first. And Buchek comes on to work. A 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Keith Barton and Associates. His number 801. It's easy. We go to the bottom of the ninth. With a score, the Bees 6, the Bees 6, Sacramento 6 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $39 a month for 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right, payments as low as $39 a month. Plus, zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So get to Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle. Walk in, right out. On the Yamaha cars, subject to credit approval for 83106 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, excluding SJR models, ATV, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $39 monthly payments, 24 months at 8.9% fee offer. Non-financed at $4,800 at the county cap current. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% including fee footing and SJR applies. Default rate is 24.9%. Minimum finance charge $1. TV dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends on a free trading force. Call 1-800-872-887.
All right, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Bees 6, Sacramento 6. Mark Watson to face Casey Smith, Curtis Pride, and Mike Elward here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Casey Smith with an RBI single, his last at bat. Should the Bees score here in the bottom of the ninth, Chris Butchek would get credit for the win and pass LaTroy Hawkins as the all-time winningest pitcher in franchise history. It would be his 33rd. But first things first, the Bees have to get that run. The first pitch to Casey Smith from Watson. Swung on, driven to right field. Perry going back, still going back. It's over his head and off the wall. Perry plays the carom. Casey digging for two. The throw, the slide, he fakes. A leadoff double by Casey Smith going the other way. And the potential winning runs at second base with nobody out. 16th two-bagger for Casey. Perry played the carom well, and his throw made it close at second base. Now here's Curtis Pride, a lefty against lefty matchup. And now the catcher Baker out to talk with Watson. Well, let's see. Curtis be swinging away or bunting? I'm going to take a gamble here, and I think he's going to be swinging away. Casey's already in scoring position, although obviously you'd like to get him over to third where he can score on a fly ball. They're playing the bunt. McLean in at third, SP at first. The outfield cheating in to have a shot at Casey at the plate on a base hit to the outfield. Watson's pitch. Swung on, chopped over the head of the first baseman, Espy, and off the glove of the second baseman, and Beatty into right field, and here comes Casey Smith with a winning run. Espy was playing in. Curtis chopped it off the ground high over the head of Espy. Beatty, the second baseman, coming over to try to field it. It went off his glove into short right field. And Casey Smith scores the winning run as the Bees author yet another come-from-behind win. And with that, Chris Butchek becomes the all-time winningest pitcher in franchise history. That'll go as a single and a run batted in for Curtis Pride. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left on base. The final score, with handshakes and high fives all around. The Salt Lake Bees 7 and the Sacramento River Cats 6. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about one.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
July 13th through the 15th, world-class auto racing comes to Miller Motorsports Park with American Le Mans Series and SCCA World Challenge GT and Touring cars. An international gathering of some of the hottest cars in the world come to Utah during the Larry H. Miller Dealership's Utah Grand Prix. 4 classes of cars, many of them worth over $1 million, will race simultaneously, testing the limits of speed, endurance, and sheer will. It's wildly fast and wildly thrilling. At all Miller Motorsports Park events, kids ages 12 and under get free general admission, and every ticket includes access to race team paddocks, where you can meet the racers and see their cars. You'll also enjoy the festival atmosphere on the Midway, our family fun center. Get your tickets now to the Larry H. Miller Dealership's Utah Grand Prix at Miller Motorsports Park, July 13th through 15th. Call Ticketmaster at 325-SEAT or online at millermotorpark.com.
Presented in part by Toyota Tires and 1320 Casing.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. Unlock it. No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. While distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Flavor prohibited.
Welcome to the 10th Inning Show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Well, another crazy finish here at Franklin Covey Field. Yesterday, the Bees came back from 7 down to win it 14-13. Today, they were down 6-3. Got a run in the 6th. 2 in the 8th on solo homers by Adam Pavkovich and Jason Espedo. Casey Smith led off the 9th with a double off the wall in right field, and then came home when Curtis Pride's high chopper over the first baseman Espy's head, deflected by Andrew Beatty into short right field, bringing home the winning run. So here are the final totals for Salt Lake. 7 runs on 15 hits, 2 errors, and they left 8 runners on base. For the Rivercats, 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, Chris Butchek, now 3-2 on the season. And the losing pitcher, Mark Watson, drops to 0-1 in a Sacramento uniform. Time of the game, 3 hours, 1 minute, 4,554. The paid attendance here on a Sunday afternoon as the Bees reach a new high water mark at 18 games above 500 at 54 and 36, while the Rivercats drop to 44 and 47. The Bees now with an 8-4 lead in the season series against the Rivercats. So once again, the Bees playing hard all the way through, able to come up with the win here today, despite several obstacles, including runners left on base and 3 runners leaving early at first base and getting picked off between first and second base. So the Bees win it 7-6, and now it's time for our Mountains West Branch's defensive play of the game, and for that, it's going to go to Iran Boca Chica with Adam Pavkovich at the plate, runners at first and second, 2 out, and a chance for the Bees at the time to lengthen their 2-1 lead. Now the lefty Kiesler ready, the 2-1. Pavkovich swings, loops one into left center field, and that's going to be caught on a diving grab by Iran Boca Chica, leaving his feet, going into the alley in left center field, and stealing an RBI and a base hit from Adam Pavkovich, and that could very well be our Mountains West Ranch's defensive play of the game. We'll let you know. Well, we'll let you know right now, as it was indeed our Mountains West Ranch's defensive play of the game. Between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs, Mountains West Ranch's recreational properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, The water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting for you. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.nwranches.com. We'll come back and check out the other scores in baseball on our last check of the Ambra scoreboard next on ESPN 1230.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
Sure was. See, that's her.
Who's that, my mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You've all sorts of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny bears.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Imagine a diet miracle that kills your appetite and attacks obesity. Imagine it being completely safe because of a rare herb that simply tells your brain you're full. Imagine you could try it risk-free for 1 month. No need to imagine, it's true. H57 Hoodia is finally available in America in its purest form. The Bushmen of Africa have been harvesting Hoodia for thousands of years to curb hunger. All you have to do is take 2 pills before each meal. You will eat less and lose more weight than you ever have before, guaranteed. Don't be fooled by overpriced imitators. Only H57 Hoodia has the pure Hoodia from South Africa that has been proven to work. The amazing results have been featured on 60 Minutes, CBS News, the BBC, and in newspapers around the world. Don't miss out. Call now for your risk-free supply of H57 South African Hoodia. Call toll-free 877-H57-DIET. That's 877-H57-DIET. Unconditional money-back guarantee. Call 877-H57-DIET or visit myh57.com.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. The Bees with another come-from-behind win. 2 solo homers in the 8th to tie it, and an RBI single by Curtis Prine in the 9th to win it over Sacramento by a score of 7-6. Checking the rest of the scores on our Ambra scoreboard. At Des Moines, Iowa defeated Omaha by a score of 4-2. At Oklahoma, New Orleans topped the Redhawks 9-4. Memphis a winner at home over Albuquerque 8-1. In the 8th inning at Fresno, Colorado Springs out in front of the Grizzlies 4-0. Later on, Nashville is at Round Rock, Las Vegas at Tucson, and in Tacoma, 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning for Portland with a runner at first base. It's the Rainiers 6 and the Beavers 5. In Major League play, they're in the bottom of the 15th inning at Chicago. Still the White Sox 5 and the Red Sox 5. Jermaine Dye tied that game for Chicago with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th with a home run off Jonathan Papelbon. Each team scored twice in the 11th. And now in the bottom of the 15th, it's tied at 5. Toronto a winner at Kansas City 11-3 as Roy Halladay becomes the first 12-game winner in the major leagues. The Angels beat Oakland 4-2, a 2-run triple by Kendry Morales, snapping a 2-all tie in the 6th. The Angels now just 2 games in back of the front-running Athletic in the American League West. Detroit falls at Seattle 3-2. In Cleveland, Baltimore edged the Indians 5-4. At St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay edged the Yankees 6-5. And at Texas, the Rangers topped Minnesota 5-2. In the National League, the Cubs pounded the Brewers in Milwaukee 11-4. At Denver, Arizona beat Colorado 8-5. The Dodgers 3, San Francisco 1. Aaron Seeley now 6-2 for LA. Later on in the ESPN game at St. Louis at Houston, finals, Atlanta beat Cincinnati 8-3. San Diego scored 4 in the 9th to edge Washington 10-9. The Mets edged Florida 7-6 with 4 runs in the 8th, and Philadelphia topped Pittsburgh by a score of 8-3. That White Sox-Red Sox game is now going to the 16th, tied at 5, and that's now a final in Tacoma. The Rainiers 6 and the Beavers 5. So the Bees will go into the All-Star break with a 3-game lead in the Pacific North Division. We'll come back with the scoring highlights from this ball game right after this on ESPN 1230.
We're driving along with Safelite Auto Glass technician Dave. Hi there. Dave, I'm reading in this glossy brochure here, a nice photo of you, by the way. Oh, thank you. About Safelite's unbreakable service guarantee. Yep, we're so confident with our service that if there's ever a problem, we'll go wherever you are and make it right. Anywhere. Safelite's guarantee goes with you, everywhere. How about a home in Vegas? You bet. An office in Toledo? Yep. Hollywood? Uh-huh. Hollywood, Florida? Yes, sir. Anchorage. We guarantee it across America. No other auto glass company could say that. How about Mars? Will Safelite go to Mars, Dave? Actually, we'll be glad to. Are you talking Mars, Pennsylvania, or Lamars, Iowa, or Mars Hill, North Carolina? You sure know your stuff, Dave.
To fix your auto glass, call Safelite at 1-800-800-ASAP. 1-800-800-ASAP. Or go to safelite.com. That's SAFELITE.com to get a free instant quote and to schedule online. We're obsessed with auto glass. Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and tureen tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where Sacramento took the lead in the first inning off Dustin Mosley on a Iram Boca Chica home run to left center field to make it 1-0 River Cats. The Bees, though, would tie it. In the bottom of the first, Reggie Willett singled, moved to second on a ground out, and with 2 outs, was knocked home by Mike Elward. Now the 1-0. Elward rips one over the head of the shortstop Rouse into left center field. Willett's around third, is waved on home. It's an RBI single for Mike Elward, and the Bees have tied the game at 1-1. So a 1-1 ball game at that point. Then the Bees took the lead in the bottom of the second inning with 1 out. Adam Papkovich singled to center, moved to second base on a ground out, and came home courtesy of Jason Espedo. Kiesler ready, and the 1-0 to Jason. Swung on and ripped off the glove of Espy, trickles behind him into the bullpen. Here comes Papkovich around third, and he'll score the go-ahead run. A rocket off the bat of Espedo. Espy with a great diving effort towards the line, but could not corral it. And it's 2-1 Bees. So 2-1 in favor of the Bees, and the Bees then extended the lead to 3-1 in the fifth. Mathis singled with 1 out, moved to second on a ground out, and came home courtesy of Adam Papkovich. Now the 2-2 pitch. Papkovich lines a base hit into left center field. Here comes Mathis around third, being waved on home by Brian Harper. It's an RBI single for Adam Papkovich, and the Bees now lead it 3-1. So a 3-1 ball game, but then Sacramento came up big in the 6th inning as Milton Bradley singled but was picked off. Then Doug Clark singled on a bunt base hit up the third base side. Doug Clark moved to second on an errant pickoff throw by Mosley. Came home on a single by Boca Chica, who took second on the throw. Then Jeff Mathis tried to pick off Boca Chica at second, threw the ball into center field, advancing him to third. With 1 out, Andrew Beatty singled him home to tie the game at 3-3. Then John Baker singled to right, putting runners at the corners with 2 outs for Mike Rouse. 3-1. Pulled on the ground, fair over the bag at first and down the right field line. In to score Beatty. Baker to third. He's being waved on in. Espedo's throw to the plate, and he is going to be safe. And so a 2-run double there made it 5-3. Nate Espy singled his double to center field made it a 6-3 ball game. The Bees would get 1 back in the bottom of the sixth on an RBI single by Casey Smith. They still trailed 6-4 in the eighth. Michael Mitchell had retired the first four batters he faced, but then grooved a 3-1 pitch to Adam Pavkovich, who parked it on the berm and left to bring the Bees to within one at 6-5. After Corey Myers was retired, they brought in the former Stinger, left-hander Mark Watson, to face left-handed hitting Jason Espedo. 0-1 the count on Espedo. The pitch. Swung on, lofted in the air towards right. Going back Perry. It's up there. It's out there. He leaps at the wall, and it's gone! Jason Espedo's done it again. He's tied the game with a home run in the eighth. Exact same thing he did yesterday, only yesterday it was with two men on base. After Chris Butchek worked a perfect 1-2-3 ninth inning, Casey Smith lined a double off the left field wall, off the right field wall, going the other way on Watson. And so Smith was at second with Curtis Pride at the plate, and the corners were playing in, expecting a bunt. Watson's pitch. Swung on, chopped over the head of the first baseman, Espy, and off the glove of the second baseman, and Beatty into right field, and here comes Casey Smith with a winning run. Espy was playing in. Curtis chopped it off the ground high over the head of Espy. Beatty, the second baseman, coming over to try to field it. It went off his glove into short right field, and Casey Smith scores the winning run as the Bees offer yet another come-from-behind win. And the Bees take it 7-6. Chris Butchek becomes the winningest pitcher in franchise history with his 33rd win in the Salt Lake uniform. So the Bees heading into the All-Star break. We'll talk about that and the upcoming series with Sacramento after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Well, the Bees head into the All-Star break now with a 54-36 record and a 3-game lead over second place Tacoma. They'll be off for the next 3 days with the exception of Joe Saunders, and Howie Kendrick will be representing the Bees in the AAA All-Star game Wednesday night in Toledo at 6 p.m. You can hear it here on ESPN 1230 or watch it on ESPN2. Then the Bees will be back on the road for an 8-game trip. 4 at Sacramento starting Thursday, then 4 at Fresno. All 8 games will be getting underway at 8:05. Thursday's matchup will be Casey Olenberger, 4-1, against right-hander Jason Windsor, who's unbeaten at 8-0. We'll be on the air at 7:45 with the On Deck Circle. Our thanks to Jeff back in our studios in Salt Lake, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 3 hours, 1 minute, in front of 4,554, the final score, the Salt Lake Bees 7 and the Sacramento River Cats 6. I'm Steve Klauke saying so long for the ballpark, and we'll see you on the other side of the All-Star break.
This has been the Ted Benton Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.